Comrades, today is June 10, 2026, and the current time is 1918. The Institute is proud to announce that we have been sponsored by Heinz Beans. All eateries in the foreseeable future will be serving baked beans with every meal. These delicacies are imported directly from Britain through a back-channel black market connection due to their dubious legality in the United States. That concludes today's announcements.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Oh shoot, wrong scene. Hold on. Also, I forgot to turn on the tracking thingy because I was super panicky trying to get everything set up for today, so that's why I'm a little frazzled today, so don't worry about it. Let me also turn on some BGM real quick because I have been okay, let's just say preparing these ROMs is I've gotten a little bit faster at it, but it does take a decent amount of effort still to kind of prepare it. And so I'm trying to prepare the next chapter, which actually introduces two characters, Zoingo and the other one whose name I'm forgetting right now. I think it was Diana, who we've repurposed into Umi. So it's just been a little bit of panic, me just trying to get everything set up, because it's kind of hard doing it as a one-man operation, so that's kind of the main problem. Anyways, how are all of you doing, comrades? Hello. Congrats to Ray for being first. Also, hello, Lana and Goldenrod and Airman Joker and Jackball and that's everyone who said something so far. How are all of you doing? I'm currently trying to insert Zoingo's character, which is mostly done for the most part, but again, I had to kind of turn Zoingo into a Wyvern Rider because it was the kind of the easiest thing that I could possibly do for Zoingo, rather than trying to make Zoingo literally anything else. And because unfortunately gargoyles are not in the ROM, they got more or less purged out of existence, so I've had to be like, all right, well, the best thing we could probably do is just make Zoingo a Wyvern Rider. So that's kind of what I opted to do, just make Zoingo a Wyvern Rider and call it a day, which is going to require me to quickly make some changes to Zoingo's inventory, which is literally what I'm doing right now, basically by replacing all the steel and like the swords with lances, because that seems to be the most logical thing. And then Umi's character is being introduced as a pre-promote, and I have to basically convert that character's entire kit from bishop stuff into, well, Elder Bale stuff, which is going to be a little tough, but hopefully it'll work fine. I have no idea if it's going to work correctly. I am just literally flying by the seat of my pants and praying that this works. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this. I'm just like, it's just like, oh, I really hope this works, because I don't know if it will. Oh boy. All right, let me just quickly change Umi's. Okay, so I'm trying to remember what the name of the claw weapons were in this game. I hope they're still in here. What are they called? Oh shoot, unless they got rid of it. Oh shoot, I think they might have actually gotten rid of some of the monster weapons, which is also really awkward. Oh no. I have an idea for second submission. I know you're waiting on the second submission. Please, I'm well aware. You don't have to remind me. I'll announce it when I announce it. I know you're excited to put more characters in. I know a lot of other people want to put characters in. Please just wait. Oh shoot, I don't think they put, oh, I don't know if the monsters are. Ooh. Oh wait, here we go. Okay, so we got claw. Is that it? Is there no other? Oh shoot. Okay, hold on. I'm running into an issue here. So it seems like though the developer of this ROM actually did remove a lot of the monster weapons, at least as far as I can tell. And that's kind of a problem because, well, we kind of need the monster weapons to be able to do things, right? And I have no idea what I'm supposed to replace it with for Umi's weapon. I'm surprised they actually got rid of those weapons. That's really surprising. I didn't think that they would do that. And that's kind of where I'm being thrown off now. So let me think. So my option is what are my choices here? What can I do? What can we do for this? If Zoingo doesn't have access to that weapon, maybe we can give Umi... Okay, so let me think. So here's what I'm gonna do for now. I need to adjust this class later, but I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give Umi access to dark magic. But there's not gonna be an animation for it right now, and I'll have to shenanigans some of this for Umi's character. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give Umi access to dark magic. I know it's a lot to process. I've always said, like, if you ever feel like you need to know what's going on, just ask in Discord, and someone's can probably help you. Things gonna be straight up scrapped. I don't know if it's gonna be all fully straight up scrapped. I'm just trying to work with what I'm being provided, and that's kind of like the main issue. Like, it's kind of hard to figure out, like, okay, what am I actually supposed to do? And to be fair, I'm modifying a game that someone else has made, you know, someone else has adjusted, so it's a lot of like adjustments. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap Umi's flux for, or lightning for flux, and then I'm gonna swap out the last slot for some probably monster weapon to at least make Umi appear more monstrous. Maybe get the claws fine. Let's see. I think I saw a weapon called Claw. Maybe that's probably good enough. It is a melee weapon. Oh, no, wait. No, hold on. They're actually in here. Wait a second. No. Wait, I do see a claw here. Okay, so we just give Umi the sharp claw and just get rid of the Umi's dark magic special or ability. And that should be fine. So you don't need flux. Let's see. There is a claw weapon, but it's considered a dark weapon for some reason, and I don't know why. It's very odd. I'm gonna make this a little stronger though. Just gonna crank that up to that, and that should be okay. So sharp claw for Umi. Get rid of this slot. We'll zero this out, and that should be fine. Okay. Sorry about all this nonsense, but yeah, if you ever need help making a character, feel free to ask on Discord. There's always people who are really dedicated to the art of making Fire Emblem characters, and so that's kind of the main thing. Okay, let me also pull up what is this mod called? Sealed Hope. I need to just quickly pull up the character recruitment guide to make sure I am not missing anything, because there's always something that I'm afraid I'm gonna miss. Let me double check this real quick. Make sure it's only these two characters being introduced. We have Umi and Zoingo for this chapter. Let me make sure I place Zoingo correctly. Yes, okay. So, welcome to chapter 6, where we will be recruiting Zoingo and Umi. And the next chapter we'll have to dump in 2 more characters. So yeah, we'll just be dumping in new characters as we play. You know, the usual classic shenanigans. Alright, we're gonna turn off the funny music in the background, and let me save my edits real fast and pray to God that this works correctly, because I am basically a walking disaster that somehow has managed to learn how to modify Fire Emblem. Is this a curse? Probably. Alright, I also forgot to turn on the actual controller, so hopefully this has battery. That's fine. Save it. I'm also saving the ROM in the background just to make sure it's all going well. Anyways, let's continue. That's why you don't bother with monster units for PME. You just only shove it into the permanent backlogs. I mean, it kind of depends. Like, I like letting people have monster units because it's kind of unique. But yeah, it is a little janky at times, and I'm trying to make it work. It's just not guaranteed to work, and that's kind of just the reality of it all. There's only so much I can do, you know. Anyways, let's get started, shall we? How do I hide that? What is that screen called? Besmume top. Okay. Alright, let's get started, shall we? Okay, so last time we left off, we're on chapter 6, Grievous Sides, where things are spelled incorrectly, because who cares about spelling nowadays? Spelling is a myth. And we're going to just run into this plot line. I do not remember anything about what the plot was going on, because I think I've been skipping it for the purposes of this run. If you want to experience the plot, please play the original ROM hack. And we'll see how it goes. I think we found the Fire Emblem last time, and Lear has the Fire Emblem now. And, oh, okay. Yeah, so we restored the Fire Emblem. Things were happening. Hello, Expodojo Babui. This Orbis project I've been working on, as you can see or hear, it allows communication using the moon's rays. Ah, that's right, we've learned how to communicate with the moon. I do not skip the 14 story. I actually read every cutscene I encounter. Ray skips side story cutscenes. She's like, if this story doesn't interest me, I'm gonna skip the cutscene. And I'm like, oh, okay. How are you, son? Hopefully you're having a good evening. Okay. Oh, that's right. This character's Mao, who's the king of Drablibe. I heard like this ROM hack is actually kind of good, but it's really hard to kind of take the names of the characters seriously when they got names like Drablible, and I'm like, okay. I mean, we'll see. I did add a difficulty hack, by the way. So I did crank the difficulty slightly up, and we're going to crank the difficulty up slightly as we continue on the run, because I thought it was getting a little too easy, so we're just going to crank it up just a touch. Just a small touch. And I'm hoping I'm not going to crash out. But if someone dies, then someone dies and we call it a day, right? That's just kind of how Fire Emblem works. People die when they're killed. Alright, King Mao. And here's our wonderful cast of characters. So we still got Gibora, we got Havel, and I am blanking out on the blue guy's name, who I'm pretty sure is Checkball's character. Simon, that's what his name is. Simon, that's right. His name is Simon. Also, I just realized something annoying about this scene. The chat box needs to be moved up ever so slightly, because apparently my head has been covering it this entire time and I never bothered to fix it because I just apparently completely forgot. There you go. Now you can actually read the chat box. No, the YouTube stream is active. There's people watching on it. Unless YouTube is dying for some reason, which is a very real possibility. Okay. Ah, look at this, a new character. Oh wait, it's just a dude. Zivin, so it is you. Oh wait. Hidurl, your age took a toll. Is this guy recruitable? He is not, okay. I really wish this nation wasn't called Drablibe, just because it doesn't roll off the tongue easily. It's really hard to pronounce when I'm like reading it for the first time, and every time I read I'm just like, I don't know how to pronounce this. Drablibe. Tell me, Havel, you plan to cross Zeltnik soil, don't you? We do. We carry a message for King Taro of Zeltnik. Turn back. You have to turn back now. Why? I can't. This is an order for King Mao. You don't understand. Zeltnik. Oh, are they the evil characters? Zeltnik has invaded. They've captured the border patrol, every one of them. I've been forced to follow their command. Otherwise, our friends will meet their end. So we have to fight him. All right, that's fine. Maybe you pronounce the J like an H. Maybe like Fralible. I don't know. I feel kind of bad, but it is a little awkward to pronounce. Oh well. I mean, I think this is the guy's first major hack, so that's probably why there's a lot of like awkward what's it called, like naming, because I'm not gonna lie, writing fantasy names is really hard. And I should know, because I have an entire setting that I use for D&D, and the names are all over the place, and some of them are hard to pronounce, some of them are easy to pronounce, and it's just kind of depends on the context, right? Oh my gosh, there's a lot of enemies. All right, this is Umi's character. So we need to talk to that character with... We need to talk to Umi with, according to this chart, okay, talk with Tam, which is Simon. So we need to talk to Umi with Simon, and we need to visit the village with anyone to get Zoingo's character. So that's not too bad, I think. It's just a little messy. By the way, we are still required to deploy all 10 of our wonderful characters, so we're gonna keep doing that. If you want to know what we're up to, here's our characters. We got Havel, who is correctly only using an axe. We've got Alana. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to try setting up custom palettes, but then I looked at the palette editor and I'm like, I don't know how to do any of this. So I decided, you know what? I don't think I need to do any palette edits. I think we're good. Yeah. So it's just a little difficult, something I'm really familiar with how to do. I'm sure if someone else knows how to do palette editors, they can do it, but for me, it's not particularly something I know. But once you do know how to do the palettes, it's a lot easier to set up. Maybe I can look into it at some point, but really depends, right? Anyways, let's continue our magical adventure. I think YouTube might just be wonky. It seems like a lot of platforms are having issues. I know Garm is saying that Twitch was having issues. By the way, all the characters now have all the enemies have a slight difficulty boost applied to them. So they're all like +2 stats, which means enemy recruits are a lot stronger. For example, there's this guy, Vavel, who, based on my adjustments, he basically got a +1 in everything and +2 in HP. So he's a little tougher than what he was supposed to be, which he is actually kind of strong considering he's an adventurer who's a mounted archer essentially. Like, this guy's actually kind of scary the more I look at his stats, and we're gonna have to find a way to deal with that. There's the other actual boss. My assumption is this guy might leave, but if he stays, then we'll deal with that. Other things to note on this map is that there is a killer axe that we do want to get. We have to send our flyer to this island here, and they will find a beautiful little killer axe for us to abuse our enemies with. All right, let's go figure this out. Okay, so Emmett-Jan is still also here, and Emmett-Jan's been kind of struggling with just general stats, and it's kind of sucked for quite a while, but hopefully this is the map where Emmett-Jan will finally find some use. Simon over here is at least fine. Logger or Emmett-Jan is probably going... No, actually, Havel's probably going to be the first promotion, but I'm going to hold off on doing promotions as long as possible because I'm one of those people that try to promote at 20. Let's sort this out real quick. So, frontliners should probably carry a Vulnerary at all times. Yeah, give me that Vulnerary shopkeep. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I want to make sure every frontliner is carrying one. We also have a bunch of Bond Essence that we should probably start using up. Gabura's holding on to 2. Gabura might actually promote soon, just because I look at this, but I don't know if Gabura's promotion is set up correctly, so I'm not going to do that yet. So we're just going to let Gabura exist for the time being. Analea's got Heart Seal, and I had to finagle the Heart Seal so that it actually had proper magic stats and isn't completely useless. Hello, the opposer, how are you? Alright, Toledo, do we have any spare Thunder Tomes? I don't know if we have any Thunder Tomes. I guess all we have, okay. Part of the problem is that Analea is our only healer. Have I been saying this name correctly, or have I been saying this wrong? I hope I've been saying this correctly. We're gonna give a Bond Essence. Oh my gosh, what happened to everyone's mouths? Okay, wait, no, that's fixed now. That was weird. Well, let's take a look at the opposer. Where's your character at? Okay, so you're replacing Kareem. Kareem is recruited in... Yeah, it was jaw-dropping. Okay. You're recruited in Chapter 8. We're Chapter 6. So in 2 chapters from now, you will be recruited, and I'll have to find a way to insert your character. Thankfully, you're just making an archer. The biggest problem I have is I don't know how I'm going to insert Grimo's character, who wanted a mouth dude, but unfortunately, I don't have the class available, so I need to see what's an appropriate replacement for the dog class. I'm really sorry. I really wish I could have gotten the dog, but I can't finagle it in. It's tragic, I know. Cast Greater Morbius. Why is the mouths keep dropping? What happened? Why is Simon's mouth fall into the ground again? All right. I think I'm gonna hold on to the Bond Essence, although I might actually give one to Logger here. I think Logger might actually want one of these. Yeah, I think I might actually give one to Logger, primarily because his stats are kind of needs a little bit of help. So I'll give one of these essentially stat fixers to the poor guy. How do you make a character? I did this a bajillion times. You just gotta go on Discord. There's a okay, so go on Discord, and you know, here, I'm gonna ping you where you need to go. Hold on. Let's see. Zan. Read the pin in this thread. Yeah, there you go. And that should explain everything. Hopefully. And then you can make a character and all that jazz. Unless there's no pin. In which case, go check the threads. Alright. I think this everyone's character is fine. I really wish I had a spare hand axe. I'd love to give Logger a hand axe. Oh. In that case... Then read this. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that'll answer it for Xanth. Alright, let's continue this actual shenanigans. Okay. I really wish I had a spare hand axe, because I would love to give one to Logger, but unfortunately we don't, so we're just gonna have to work with that. Hopefully no one explodes. This is basically as good as we're gonna get for now, so we'll just try this and try to recruit everyone we need. We're only on chapter 6. It can't be that hard, right? Okay, so we need to get to this village, and I also need to send Clara over here. So we're just gonna rush over there to get that killer axe, because that killer axe is gonna be kind of banging. I'll also just do this talking. I'm not sure. Mostly this is just to get like free bits of experience, which is fine. Also, I think this is supposed to be Kid Icarus music. Here's a fun fact. I have never played an Icarus game. It's just not something that's ever caught my attention, so I was just like, oh, that's a thing that I guess people really care about. I only know like Icarus stuff basically because he's in Smash Bros, and that's like the extent of it. Is it Pokemon music? Really? I don't know. Maybe I don't recognize it. Let me look at the chapter editor. Maybe the chapter editor will tell me what this is. The holy chapter editor is the thing that tells me everything I need to know about anything. There we go. Chapter editor. Oh, here we go. Player phase Pokemon Black and White Route 10. Oh, it is Pokemon. Wow. Oh, NPC BGM is Kid Icarus. Okay. Alright. Well, thankfully, Arani's really good. I'm really gonna hope that this is this chapter where Emmett Yan can finally start getting some EXP, because the poor guy has been kind of screwed over by joining in kind of late at somewhat of a low level. So, never mind. I guess Arani's out here for blood. All right. Thanks, Arani. Don't worry. We'll still do more of this tomorrow, anyways. Let's see if we can get some levels here. I'm sorry. What? 14 defense? Oh my god, these soldiers are so tanky. They're basically knights. Why does this goober have 17 defense? Hello? Oh my god. Wait, did I crank the difficulty too high? Oh, this is a little awkward. This thing is actually way stronger than I thought. It's John Soldier. No, okay, well, I guess Annalea's out here to get the kill, so sure, why not? Well, that's awkward. Is this the Fire Emblem with the dangerous Goth Witch? No, that's not the... What do you mean, the dangerous Goth Witch? No. It's not predictable. I mean, I only cranked it up a little bit. I didn't think it would just be that scary. Now, granted, I don't think it's actually that big of a deal, but I just think it's hilarious. We should be fine. I do this every time. I do this every time. You're so right. So true, Oomphy. Isn't that what the kids say? Let's go up here. We're gonna have these two kind of run up here. Okay. And we'll have Logger, I guess, just hang around here. I didn't actually increase the difficulty that much, so there's a stat in Fire Emblem ROM hacking that you can adjust called difficulty, and all it does is kind of give like an adjustable stat bonus to all enemies. I only adjusted it by +2, so it basically adds +0 to +2 to all enemies at random. So I think that enemy is just naturally tanky. A lot of these enemies are just actually naturally tanky, because one thing to remember about Fire Emblem ROM hacking is they generally assume that you, the player, are actually a lot better than the average, you know, just casual player, and so they do crank up the difficulty normally. And I can choose to not increase the difficulty for future chapters if I really want to. You live in a permanent state of suffering. Is it allergy season already? I hope you survive. How bad is it? There's actually a lot of enemies here. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, I can't send... Yeah, I got to send Simon this way, because we got to talk to Umi over there. I also don't want to get you killed. Let's see here. Let's see if Arani can get the nice kill. Nose clogged, eyes itching. Oh, hope you'll be okay. Have you considered taking Benadryl? I hear if you take Benadryl, it just works wonders on people, and you'll survive everything, probably, maybe. Actually, why would you ever use the steel lance when... Oh, is this heavier? Wait. Why does the killer lance have... Oh, it's hit rate. Okay, I was reading void. Okay, I'll just give you the killer lance, that's fine. Okay, so we need to stay away from this thing, because I need to get to that axe. Let's try to bait the rest of them out. Thankfully, Logger's relatively beefy, and that should be fine as just bait. Alright, I'm gonna hope that Umi's character doesn't crash the game, but at this point, who knows? Anything's possible. Alright, Lear. Time to commit crimes. Use that critical sword. Oh boy, he's gonna get slapped. I should like this combat music. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days on other side. Of course, it's Kingdom Hearts. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I don't know what it is with Kingdom Hearts music, and it just has this iconic feel to it. I love Kingdom Hearts music, as goofy as it is sometimes. I still can't believe Kingdom Hearts 4 got announced, and it's still, like, a bit janky. Alright, here's our new character. This is Zoingo, and... Fuck. I didn't set up Zoingo's skills correctly. Shit. Hold on. I'm gonna close the ROM real quick. Hold on, I'm just gonna quickly go to the character editor real fast. I do play Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is like one of my favorite franchises of all time. Alright, hold on. I need to quickly finagle Zoingo's skills. Okay, so what are you actually supposed to have? Rally defense. Okay, sure. So rally defense is that one, and then you have 2 other skills. I need to quickly add data expansion 2. Reallocate. Okay, so then we're gonna give you charge and camaraderie. Okay, let me write that to the ROM real quick. I'm gonna pray to God that I don't have to redo this earliest chapter. Let me double check to make sure I fixed Umi's. I'm pretty sure I did Umi's earlier. I just kind of messed up Zoingo's. Let me make sure I got your growths too. I know I got Umi's correct because I was finagling with it. Make sure I got yours right. Zoingo's 80, 70, 20, 20, 20, 40, 80, 20, 0, 30, 30, some lance. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, let's reboot the ROM. Listen, this is how Fire Emblem ROM hacking be. Okay, there's gonna be problems, but we just adjust and we adapt to the problems as they come along. Okay, so cool. So it does reset the turn. So as long as I catch the issue, I can just reset the turn, because I think it saves at the end of the turn. The suspend function. Okay. Okay, there we go. So you have rally defense, Kanto, charge, and camaraderie. Welcome to Zoingo, who has really good bases for some unholy reason. Like actually crazy good for a level 7 Wyvern Rider. Like, I don't know why you have 17 defense. It's kind of gross, although... Is this right? Did I do this? Yeah, it is correct, right? Yeah. So, this is Zoingo's character. Very, very beefy for a Wyvern Rider. 14 strength, 15 speed, and 12 skill is... The speed is actually really good, although Zoingo's gross and speed and skill are kind of rough, so it's very likely that those will remain at approximately those values for the rest of the run. But that defense, and resistance might be bad now, but 80 growth and 80 HP growth is really good. So Zoingo's got a lot of potential. The skills are rally defense, charge, and camaraderie. I think these are actually not super good, but it's fine. I think Zoingo's primarily like going to be useful as a stat stick. Also, it comes with a talisman, so cool bonus if you care about that. I can actually probably just run Zoingo up here, and he could probably just fight these off. Yeah, these things can't hurt Zoingo at all. Yeah. It's actually kind of funny how chunky Zoingo is. Incredibly strong. You can just kind of park... We have a lot of units that are just like incredibly beefy that I can just kind of park them somewhere and they'll probably just kill whatever walks near us. Yeah, it's kind of nice actually. Oh, I forgot that's the melee range bow. A lot of people have interesting opinions whether or not there should be bows that have a range of 1. The general consensus is that, like, it just kind of depends on the context of the hack, but I'm generally, like, I think it's fine to put, you know, bows with range 1 in a game, as long as it's kind of weak, because that's the whole penalty. If you have super strong bows that have range 1, then it's going to break the game in half. But because archers, you know, are supposed to have that penalty. They get the bonus of being able to smack down flying units and whatnot, but you can't give them all the power, or it's going to be too much for them. Oh, look at this. These two want to talk. Ah, we'll let them yap. It's fine. And let's just move up here. I mean, I don't expect this map to be super difficult. I mean, now that we have an overpowered flyer that I can kind of just park anywhere and just call it a day. You hear that a lot. I'm so sorry, Zoggo. I didn't mean to make it sound so bad. You can't believe Goofy nearly died in Kingdom Hearts 4. You know what? Okay, you know what's the funniest thing that is always an interesting point of topic that people always say whenever they talk about Fire Emblem or Kingdom Hearts? There's a thing about how canonically, I guess, as at least at the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, that Donald is the strongest spellcaster in all of Final Fantasy lore. So in Final Fantasy, spells are generally given names with like prefixes, right? So you have fire, or sorry, suffixes, or even prefixes. So you have like, you know, fire, Fyra, Firaga, or sometimes they'll be as a prefix. So you'll have like fire, then you'll have like, I think it's mostly suffixes, right? I think it's primarily what it is. And then so, if in Final Fantasy, that's kind of how it is, and they'll usually use like like they'll have like, yeah, like for prefixes it'll be for flare, like flare, tetra flare, mega flare. But apparently Donald is like one of the only characters in all of Square Enix that can cast Zeta Flare, which is the strongest version of flare that is only used by God or Bahamut, depending on your interpretation. Oh my gosh, Annalee is gonna die. Please don't die on me. Yeah, he's like the only one who's able to cast Zeta Flare, and it's basically like a gigantic beam of, well, light. That is essentially how it works, and it's hilarious. Especially when you consider like a lot of the spells have the, you know, the prefixes are like, you know, I think the strongest right before that was like Exa Flare. It was like, no, now we have Zeta Flare. It's crazy stuff, I tell you. I care about Kingdom Hearts stuff? Well, that's great, but I care about Kingdom Hearts stuff, so I'm going to talk about Kingdom Hearts stuff. I'm allowed to talk about Kingdom Hearts. I can talk about things I like. Steak, me too. Nice 30 stream watch streak. I appreciate it very much. But yeah, kind of curious to see where KH4 takes the franchise. I saw a lot of people like saying they don't like the visual direction of Sora's new outfit because he's a little too realistic for them. But what are you gonna do? They wanted to make it look realistic, and they're probably gonna keep going with this franchise for at least another couple games until Nomura decides that he's gonna retire. You're gonna strangle your designer? You see a Final Fantasy character? Does he have a lot of belts that you can strangle him with? Let's go commit crime. Oh my gosh, why do you have so little damage? Oh my gosh, Emmett needs like some serious help to get any damage through. Oh lord, I feel so bad. Emmett can't actually kill this, which is really tragic. I'll just park him here. Fine. You didn't sign up for your checklist until the day of code lock, and there's not an engage not to. Oh, that's right, because you do a lot of like website design coding stuff, and you're basically trying to work with whatever people give you, and they're giving you like the most. Yeah, they're giving you a checklist that late and it doesn't have what it needs. Oh, what's the saying? Oof, I guess. Oh shoot, I forgot to press visit. That's fine. That's fine. We'll power through this. Gabora can get a kill without dying. Yikes. That's what I like to call incompetence of the finest caliber. It sounds like the person was a very incompetent. And now, what's the saying? Now their emergency is your emergency. Some people are just like that. Why is everyone I know just having problems at work? Because I know Ray always complains about work all the time. It's kind of funny. This thing has a light brand. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can Emmett-Jan kill this? Or can Simon kill this? I'm gonna give you a killer lance. Good luck. Cool. All right, great. Not too bad, I think. Well, hopefully you're able to do what you can. I understand the pain of work. Okay. You know what's really funny? Some of these characters are like balanced, and some of these characters are just like so out of balance. Apparently it goes Flare, Mega Flare, Giga Flare, Terra Flare, Petaflare, only used by Hamilton and Adventure, Exaflare, Bahamut Fury, Crisis Core, and Zetaflare, Donald Duck. Yeah, so Donald Duck is the strongest character canonically in Final Fantasy. He's the only one that's ever cast Zetaflare. Oh my gosh, Logger missed. Logger, how could you do this to us? You were the chosen one. You have so much damage, but you get murdered by anything that looks your way. Oh shoot, I hope I don't accidentally get Umi killed. I did not pay attention to where some of our characters were going. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. This I might have messed up. That's right. Hit Emmett-Jan. Give him experience. He needs to get stronger by killing things. Playing your head does not begin the emergency upon mine is a lovely quote. No business operates by it. Yeah, well, you know what happens if you try to do that in a business setting? They'll be like, well, you know, we all have to work together as a team. We're a family. You gotta do what you have to do. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Oh, shoot, I broke the animation. Okay, well, this is awkward. Really? I thought... What happened? Oh, shoot. Did I not? Oh, the animation pointer's not pointing correctly. Oh my god. Alright, yeah, Alright, hold on. I know what happened. And I know how to fix this. I need to find the correct animation pointer. I don't know if there's an animation for it, so I may have to import the animation myself and then fix it. Yeah, alright, well, that's a problem. Alright, that's fine. Thankfully, since... Oh, actually, wait, I know what I can do. What we're gonna do is... How do I install an animation here? Import an animation. Can I just import... Okay, I mean, import a bin or a text. Okay, does anyone know how to download anyone know how to download an entire folder off of GitHub? GitHub folder downloader. I don't know why GitHub just doesn't have an option for me to download a specific folder. I don't have to download... I don't want to download the whole repo. I just want to download a zip file. Alright, let me just finagle this real quick. So I need to quickly extract this. Extract here is fine. Because no one does that. But me, I need to. Okay, so we're just gonna move these here. Okay, then I need to quickly create a new pointer. So we're gonna use... I think this one's fine. EC. So we're gonna set this to animation ID EC. And I'm gonna call this... doesn't really matter what I call it. I just need to import the animation, which is... Windows on PME3, animation 3, Elder Bale, new folder, grab the bin file, and there's no defining frame. Okay, so that's not good. We gotta find the other one. Model. Oh, wait, no, I like hearing funny stories. Okay. So I should be able to write this to the ROM. Switch to that one. So monster, and then okay, and then I guess I don't have an item animation. I might just delete the item animation. It should be fine. So still, what if I just replace it with the same one and just replace it with EC? Should be okay. Well, we'll try this. This should be okay, I think. So zoom and draw, melee animation, player direction, army left. This is all fine, fine. Okay, so that's okay. Right to ROM. Close the game. All right, we're gonna reload the ROM again. Let's see if that's fine. Hey, look, it's all a learning process, right? Like we learn as we finagle with the ROM. Oh, we have to do our turn again. All right, fine. All right, it seems like it resets on beginning of turns, anyways. All right, there's a killer axe. Wait, hold on. Why did the kid have a killer axe? Wait, I want to read that. Why does this child have a killer axe? Hello, what you doing? What am I doing here? Well, you see, Mommy and Daddy said we live here now. We traveled all throughout Attendus, and it was fun. We got a ton of toys, but Mommy said we need to get rid of some stuff to make room. So how about you take Daddy's prized killer axe? Oh, she was talking about my toys? Don't be silly, she meant all of our belongings. You won't take it? Listen here, you will take the killer axe now. Otherwise, the axe in your neck will meet with these hands. You got that? You do? Good. Okay, bye-bye. Why is this kid so violent? Jesus Christ. This kid's threatening to end you for not taking the killer axe. I'm scared. Children should not be like this. Alright. Alright, let's try to do this entire stack of fights. Okay, so that's fine. You leveled up. Wanted to give it to Emmetyan, but Emmetyan's not gonna get the kill. Zoin goes super tanky. Just gonna go over here real quick and just kind of rip through this. Let's see. I can get the kill here. I don't want Zongo to kill that one, so I need to be a little careful. I do need to kill this goober. Thankfully, I don't think Zongo's going to kill Umi if Umi comes to attack us. Probably. So we'll just try to rip through the rest of this. Should not be too difficult, so I'm kind of speeding up through this. And as long as we play this carefully, we should be fine. Cool. All right. Good enough. Anyways. Continuing on. Okay, let's also just talk here. I don't know if we'll do another PME so soon after this. I'll probably need to give myself like at least a couple weeks, especially if we're doing a double episode tomorrow. One of the main problems with doing PME streams is I don't get a chance to like rest before stream. I'm basically just going straight at doing work or coming here and doing this right away. Oh, Simon A rank with Havel, which gave a bond essence, which is great. I did not realize that they were going to be A rank already, but there it is. Friends for life. Comrade in arms. Please do not kill Umi. Okay, I saw that 48 crit, and I need to figure out why Havel has 48 crit with an Iron Axe. I'm so scared. Why does Havel kill everything? I can just park Havel in front of anything and Havel just kills them. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. Actually not lethal, which is the funniest part. I think I know why Havel does so much, has such a high crit chance. It's the heavy blow, but it's just so funny to see it in action. Ooh, that one's actually kind of spicy. Some of these enemies are actually kind of spooky with how much damage they actually do. So we are a little more reliant on RNG. Now, thankfully, we haven't crit died to anything yet, but at some point we might. Oh, that's right. There's so many support bonuses. Oh my god, I forgot how much support bonuses are actually kind of nutty in this. Good god. I can't believe we're winning through the power of friendship. It's just like my animes. Crazy. Okay. Thankfully, as long as we're lucky, we should be fine. I need my water. I'm also like dying of like thirst. You're not gonna hit Havel, you poor knights. Stop trying. Oh, the other thing I forgot to do is we gotta get Ray a character in here, and I haven't decided what I'm gonna do for Ray's character, honestly. I have to figure that out. Thankfully, she's coming in a little later, so I have time to figure that out. Okay. First and foremost, we're gonna have you talk. Wait a second, you! What? You seem to have dropped this. Alright, got a heal staff. Dan is holding member card. 2 kind secret shops. Some are visible vendors. It's also visible, invisible secret shop hidden stuff. But there's a secret and a hidden shop on this chapter. Really? Okay, so one of these vendors is the secret shop, but there's another hidden shop. I bet you it's this one. I bet you it's gonna be all the way up here because it's spooky and there's nothing there anymore. Yeah, it's gotta be the secret shop, right? Right? I hope so. I actually have no idea. Is there a way to tell? Yeah, I actually have no idea where the secret shops are. It's not marked anywhere on the guide. I mean, the other way I could tell is I can just pull it up on the guide, or pull up the ROM and just look at the map editor, which is probably the easiest way to do this. Honestly, I just go to the map editor and just go to the, what is it, the event editor, I think? Let's see, welcome to Grievous Sides. Let's see. Chapter editor. And then I need to just go find the shop stuff. Tile configuration. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Tile map point. Oh, map pointers, I think. Okay. No, I do not remember how to do this. It's been a while. Oh, here we go. There's map layout, object type. Okay, so I think it is actually map pointer. Let me take a look. I'm looking it up through the map pointer right now, see if I can find it. I thought the way you could also check was the event editor, but I guess not. It's been a while since I had to do this, because I'm looking through the editors and I'm like, I can't remember which one it was. Shops and armories, okay. Grievous Sides Armory, vendor, secret shop. The secret shop here contains killer weapons and a basically a Hoplin guard, or the Iron Rune, whatever you want to call it. The you cannot get crit anymore item. Although it is kind of pricey, it's priced at $32.50, which I don't think we'd be able to afford. Actually, yeah, we can't really afford any of that. Okay. So we're gonna pull you back. Yeah, you gotta kill this. Clara dies, we're gonna lose that killer axe, and that would be incredibly pain and anti-pog. All right, let's take a look at Umi's character, by the way, since we haven't had a chance to do that yet. Who wants to see Umi's really cool stats? Now that we have a giant spider with working animations now. By the way, I don't know if you saw, but I did give Umi animations that have like a female character. Okay. Umi has capped out. Oh shoot. Yeah. Wait. Oh shoot. Did I do the stats right? Shoot. Did I mess up the stats? No. That's correct. I think. Elder Bale. Did I change Umi's? Oh shoot, I might have messed up Umi's bases. No, it is correct. Umi had a -3 stat. How are you doing, Kahila? Okay, so when a class base becomes less than 0, the total loops. Okay, so basically Umi's magic was in the negative that it looped back around to being positive. So Umi has super high magic stats but can't really do anything with it. I think I was planning on giving Umi access to dark magic anyways, so this is probably okay. I just need to find a way to finagle Umi getting dark magic. So we'll worry about that later. Otherwise, Umi's got some pretty okay growths all around, primarily in defensive, so resistance and HP are really high, and skill is super funny. So she'd have 38 to 41 HP. It's okay. I don't want to redo all this part of the chapter. I'm just gonna roll with it. Umi only has access to Wary Fighter, so Umi basically can't be doubled unless she's supposed to have more skills that I might have forgotten to give her because I messed up. Okay, Umi's supposed to have silent. Oh shoot. Okay, hold on. Okay, Umi's missing 2 skills. God dang it. Alright, hold on. Okay, so Umi's supposed to have 2 more skills that I guess I forgot to save. Oh, because these are made. Okay, acquisition level 1. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna make these acquisition level 3. Hold on. Okay. All right, I have a plan. Oh, congratulations on hitting 100, Infidave. Holy cow, you welcome to the 100 stream club. I need to add that roll to people. Okay, here's my strategy. I'm gonna close the game real quick. I made an adjustment. If I change Umi's base stats to like to invert this to say -3 and then set this to 4, would that actually reverse it to being positive? I don't know if I can change it mid-run. I don't think I can change it mid-run like that, so it might not work, but we're gonna see. I'm kind of curious. Okay, no, so oh, shoot. Yeah, okay, so once you kind of have it locked in, you're kind of locked in. Which is a little unfortunate. So I can't change Umi's stats anymore. So I don't really want to run the whole map again because it's kind of a nightmare to do. So what we'll do is just kind of leave it at -3 and change this back to 4. Leave it the same. We'll give Umi dark magic later. And we'll just kind of finagle this. All right, Umi is pre-promoted. Just keep that in mind. So I'll talk here. Yep, welcome aboard. Okay. Let's continue on our magical merry journey. And then, so once Umi levels up once, Umi will get those skills that she's missing. I hope. Umi's actually got comically high power with this, by the way. But look, there's an actual human on top of that spider because it's an Elder Bale. You're stuck in Gregland. Why are you playing Greg Tech? You can. Apparently the cheat tool doesn't. I can't get the cheat tool to work correctly. I think it's because I'm using the 64-bit version of the emulator, and it does not want to do anything unless I'm using the 32-bit version of Visual Boy Advance, 32-bit VBA. So I guess I could try to find the 30-bit Visual Boy Advance. I am actually using, yeah, I am using it, but I think it's complaining because I'm not using the 32-bit version. I'm using the 64-bit because that's just what I've been using for forever. But I guess I could try to download the 32-bit version. It probably wouldn't care that much. Let's see. Let me download this real quick. Maybe I can finagle the cheat tool so I can fix this. If I can just cheat tool fix everything, that'd be really nice. But obviously if I can't, that'd be a bit of a problem. Let's finish this turn first, and then we'll see if we can make some adjustments real quick. Yeah, let's finish the turn. We're so close to 82. Listen, you don't have to keep suffering. You could choose to embrace literally any other game and find peace in your time. You heard the one that's choosing to play Greg Tech, the Gregorius of Techs. Although I guess if you're already at 82, then sure, why not? Just keep going. Once you hit 82, everything becomes a lot easier anyways. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the emulator debugger, and it says, like, since I'm not using, Jesus Christ, why does this thing have so much defense? The plan plays Leg of Legs. You know what's funny? I'm being invited to play Leg of Legs later tonight because of the new patch that just dropped that added new content to the Mayhem mode, and I'm like, but it's like the time I get, it's like the rare time I get to play games with my friends, so I'm like, all right, fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I don't really want to get near this thing, so we're just gonna walk over here and just heal. There we go. Awaken. There we go. Look at that. Look at that heal. Oh, you only get 5 XP for every heal. That's kind of tragic. Oh, that's right. You get 2 actions whenever you staff. Wait, I forgot. You have power staff. You're actually kind of broken. Actually, slightly overpowered spellcaster. The only time I get to inject hard drugs with my friends. Exactly. Listen, if your friends are doing drugs, you have to do drugs with them. That's how it works. Except weed. I hate weed. I mentioned this before, but I like really have a strong disdain for the smell of weed. So that I just refuse to be near it at all. Like, if you're into that, if you're into the devil's lettuce or the marijuana, then more power to you, but I do not engage with it at all. All right, we're just gonna have everyone run here. I think Zoingo can just solo this entire top section except for that one archer. But Zoingo's defense might actually be so high that Zoingo does not care. Alright, we're gonna finish this turn and we'll see if I can get we can launch on a different emulator. Simon's actually just, a lot of our characters just have really high, like comically high crit rates, and I don't know why. Why has everyone got so high crit rates? It's crazy. I tell you what. There we go. It's funny that it's still powerful as Zeta is still not as powerful as Sephiroth Supernova. I mean, listen, Final Fantasy power scaling's always been kind of whack. You just kind of interpret it however you want to interpret it, right? That's kind of the way I see it, and that's the way most people probably do also interpret it. It's just kind of whatever makes the most sense, I guess. Oh boy, look at Zoingo, literally not caring, just so strong. He just tanks everything and does not care. Actual overpowered character. And she's doing drugs. Yes, I do. I sure do. Okay, I'll need to watch that clip later. It can only be bad. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh my gosh, when our characters have like our characters basically fall into two extremes. Characters that have enough damage to literally not care about the physical damage from any character, and then those who die to a stiff breeze. Okay, I'm gonna quickly close the emulator and see if I can force the other emulator that I just downloaded to function correctly, which it probably will not, but we'll try anyways. Okay, so can I force it to run on a different emulator? Run on emulator 2. Please set up the emulator. Okay. So I need to go refer. Okay, so I need to change the folder to Bing. Okay, so it's under my downloads, which is under 32-bit. Okay, and then we're gonna try saving this one. We're gonna see if this one works. Whoa, that's loud. Okay, hello. Let's quickly finagle you to like. Let's finagle your audio just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Thank God my okay, so all my keybinds still work great. I don't know why there's a weird black bar up there, but let me just fix that real quick. Okay. Okay, cool. So I can probably finagle Umi's stats now. Oh, cool. All right, cool. The cheat pool does work now. Okay, so I'm gonna Umi. Wait, I can fix Alana's stats now, so I don't have. So her weapon doesn't have to be super busted. Oh my goodness. Wait, we can fix this. We can fix this. We can fix our characters. All right. All right, hold on. This works. Okay, wait. Okay, I have a plan. I have an idea. I have a plan. I'm gonna quickly go to Alana's weapon, and I'm gonna remove the stat bonus from her personal weapon, which we were calling Heart Seal, which was giving a +10 magic boost, and now we're gonna remove that status boost. There's no need for a status boost anymore. So I just zero this out, I think. Okay, so no more status boost. We're gonna rerun the game, and then we're gonna finagle her stats, and it'll be fine. Why is it so loud? That's so weird. Okay. Okay, then we're gonna go to the editor, and I'm gonna quickly finagle Alana's stats here, which is... Okay, here we go. Well, that's a lot of, Jesus Christ. Can I not edit these? Okay, wait, hold on. How do I battle target? Battle actor data. Wait, how do I change the stats here? Battle sum. But this seems to be just logs. Okay, let's see. Record terms with chapter data. Supply action data. Arena. Where does the stats for... How do I change this character's stats? Let's see. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so... I can adjust magic power con. Okay, so because your magic is, what, a 5? So I need to find the 5, which is this one. And I think I rewrite this to 15. Okay, I might have overshot by 6, so let's quickly crank that down a little bit. I forgot this is hex edits, or hex decimal, or hex numbers. So 15 minus 6 would put you at, I think, F. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is Alana's correct stats. I think the part of the problem though is Alana's stats are kind of janky because she's a pre-promote, so her stats are actually like really below. Okay, and then for Umi, we're gonna flip strength and magic. So we're gonna go to Umi. I have to go pick the active character, which is Umi. No, that's Annalie. I don't want Annalie. I want Umi. Okay, and then we're gonna finagle this. So 16 magic is gonna be her power. Okay, so we want it to be 22. What is the hex? What is the hex conversion for 22 into? So 16. Let me think. So 16 would be the cap. Oh, I can just do flat numbers. Okay, so 22. And then I can finagle this one down to 12. She shouldn't have cap strength. Let's see. Yeah, that's... Okay. Finagle this one just a little bit down by 2 more steps. 1 more step should be fine. It's kind of hard to finagle the bases the way I want it to, so it's a little janky, but trust me, this is fine. Okay. All right, that's Umi's correct stats. She just needs 1 more level up, and she should get the remaining skills that she needs, and that's kind of the problem. I have no way to really finagle that right now, unless I use the cheat function. I don't really want to do that quite yet. Also, hello there, Suspicious Wizard. How are you doing, Comrade? How was your... I think Battletech? No, you're doing XCOM. The old, open XCOM. How was it? Welcome to our little wacky, tacky shenanigans involving really cool Fire Emblem characters that I'm editing live because I'm a weird degenerate who keeps doing this type of thing to myself. How are you doing? How was your stream? Why do you have a spider? Because we can recruit spiders. You've never seen a wonderful, cute spider join your team to help you defeat the enemies? Like, look at her. Look! There's even a human body attached to the spider. That's wonderful. Also, I think this, I just realized that it's kind of janky. Hold on, I gotta finagle this again. Open this all the way. There we go. Perfect. But anyways, how are you doing, Gumruns? If you don't know who I am, my name is Oak. I play funny strategy games, and we're playing some Fire Emblem. We're doing a modified Fire Emblem run. Basically, every single character is a viewer-submitted character that joins our army. And so... yeah, that's basically that's the gimmick. That's the whole gimmick. It's kind of fun. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a little janky, but you know, we make it work. What was the paste? What did you paste? Is it a YouTube short? What is this?
Wait, can we see Rose?
Oh my god, what is this? Have you seen me on these angles before? Is this about VTubers? Oh, yeah, you can look at VTubers in 3D from the sides now. Crazy technology, I tell you what. You fought many demons, spiders, and bandit raiders. One of your biggest goals is technically officially a techno-barbarian. I really should look at that mod at some point, although I don't really want to play XCOM in the near future right now. It's fine, it's not a big deal. A Drider. Also, hello there, everyone who's coming in. Florane, Dingo, and Estabanoob, and Tactical Nuke Grandpa, who I've seen a bunch of times before. 3D is in real 3D can't hurt you. One day I will have a 3D model, okay? One day I'll have a 3D model, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the animation for the California Girls Dance, and I will just have my model dance the California Girls Dance because it'd be funny as heck. That's what I'm going to do, because I think it'd be funny. Cursed? Yes. Funny? Yeah, absolutely. She's actually got a really high crit. Perfect. Well, yeah, welcome. So we're doing a little bit of Fire Emblem shenanigans. If you want to submit a character, we have character submissions open on Discord. There's a lot of spots open right now for it, so just do whatever you wish to do if you want to. Otherwise, you're free to just enjoy the spectacle of watching people's submitted characters, you know, fight to the bitter end and maybe die. Actually, Simon could probably pull that off, right? Finally saw your gnome recruited, threw her in a deep sea mining suit, and had her fight psychedelic tentacle monsters to retrieve a motorcycle from a downed vessel. Is that actually what happens in that mod? I know that mod has a lot of weird shenanigans, but that sounds so out there. Kind of nice though in concept. God, this thing has so much HP. Thank God Havel is such a brick wall that nothing can like actually touch Havel. This thing actually doesn't... oh, it's a warrior. I thought it was a berserker. Okay, never mind. That's why we're fine. The problem is... I don't know how I'm going to kill that. I don't know if I can kill that on this turn cycle. That is what happened? Okay. I mean, I believe it. Modded XCOM gets kind of crazy. Like, when I'm playing modded XCOM, it's just like, okay, so anyways, this character has, like, a bajillion special abilities, and also... I don't know, old XCOM is a lot different, I know, compared to new XCOM. Old XCOM is very, I guess, a lot less forgiving. Simon can eat this hit. Oh, okay. Seems a little excessive. Okay. Well, I think we should be fine then. Yeah. How many of you ever played... So, they did announce a new Fire Emblem game. I know we talked about this the other day, but... I need to emphasize, I'm someone who's played Fire Emblem ever since it came to the West, and I basically played every single Fire Emblem game that's existed. And on top of that, I've like collected every single special edition of Fire Emblem since they've come out in the West. Like on my shelf, I see Fire Emblem Echo Special Edition, Engage Special Edition, Three Houses Special Edition, my Fate Special Edition, my Special Edition 3DS, that's the Fire Emblem Awakening one. Oh yeah, I'm addicted to this franchise. I don't know why. I have a great love for it. I think I forgot to put Toledo in a protected corridor, but that's fine. You must run a bit though, you like this till we go by the time back. Okay, enjoy your rest. Hopefully you come back and you enjoy our shenanigans. I need to watch one of those streams at some point, but whenever you're streaming, I'm usually like, I come home when I'm exhausted. So I just like, I'm like a vegetable for like an hour. But yeah, the main gimmick for this run, everyone's character is... You know, it's all these playable characters are all submitted by viewers, and we got some fun ones, like except for the main character. The main character stays there, but we got, you know, spiders, we got centaurs, we've got literally a character who might have been misplaced from another Fire Emblem game. On the JP Nintendo Direct, there's also announced a new Nobunaga's Ambition game and a new Derby. Wait, really? I don't care about the Derby Stallion, but there's a new Nobunaga's Ambition? Really? Why are they announcing that on a Switch Direct, of all things? I never understand why they're like, so we're announcing this really cool game that people have been waiting for on a Switch Direct. It's like, you could have announced this literally anywhere else. You know what I mean? It's just super odd decision making. And I don't know, it's kind of like why I was like, why did they announce Kingdom Hearts 4 at Switch? I've not actually played Symphony of War, the Nephilim Saga. I've seen it, and it looks pretty interesting. There's a lot of games like that that have been on my mind that I want to play at some point. I find usually some of them try to be a little too complicated with the mechanics. I think for me, kind of like the baseline. It's actually kind of funny because Fire Emblem is actually not my number one TRPG. My number one TRPG of all time is actually Tactics Ogre. But it's a lot harder to justify streaming Tactics Ogre compared to streaming Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem's a little more easy to understand. Tactics Ogre is a lot more obtuse in some mechanics, and that's why I don't really stream it too often, but it is a lot of fun. So, just something to think about. That's kind of how I perceive it anyways. Oh my god, this thing has... I forgot this thing has like 17 defense, and it comes with Duelist Blow, Vanity, and Swap? Alright, we'll have to swing at it later. I do need to bait this mage, though. Oh, wait, this mage doesn't move. What? Okay. We do need to pick up a Thunder Tome, so... let's see if we can grab a Thunder Tome while we're hanging around. You stream weirdo, you are streaming Modded Secret Stone, hard to manage tactics will be far off from the ballpark. That's true, too. I guess that's fair. Like I said, I love Tactics Ogre. I was actually replaying it the other day. I was replaying modded Tactics Ogre. Tactics Ogre 1 Vision. You've sworn I got every and everything. As this designer writes down, please look at Exile telling you exactly what he's doing wrong. One time you're going to find a way to strangle him remotely. I'm pretty sure we all have power fantasies of wanting to strangle people. It's okay, I understand. Well, I know it doesn't drop their tome, but there's a vendor right over there that we can just kind of walk over. Just gonna walk over to the vendor and just kind of, you know, see what they got for sale. We'll be fine. I am concerned about the Nomad over there, or the Adventurer as it's called. Oh, hello. That's a lot of reinforcements. I'm sorry. Another warrior? Okay. God, the warriors aren't actually that strong. Oh my god. Oh, poor Emmett Young will never be able to do anything. I need to find a way to get him some EXP ASAP, because the poor guy is just getting clobbered. You can't even kill the mage because his strength is just so low. Oh shoot, I was like, okay, I should kill this either. What the heck? That mage is actually a problem. I'm like trying to figure out like what is the correct way to handle this mage. I know some of it's very Fire Emblem, same got blue-haired sword running into diagonal, you also bring up and gimmick, you make spawns of dudes instead of singular mass run around with. Yeah, that's what I remember seeing. I remember I also had like Asian characters at some point. I think I remember when I saw it, I was like, I couldn't tell if it was AI art, which was kind of my biggest gripe. I don't think it is, but sometimes it's just kind of hard to tell, you know. It does look really nice though. Nothing feels as good as having a squad of 3 cannons and 2 bowmen obliterating necromancers. That does sound really fun though. Umi can't move up that far. Okay, so I think we have to have Arani just try to bait this, or try to hit this. Okay, cool. Ether's fine. And Ether's okay too. Okay. Not sure we needed the double Ether, but I'm not going to question it. Yeah, I don't want Emmet Young to get benched, but the more this run goes on, the more that's starting to look kind of likely, which is kind of my biggest concern. He actually is really tanky, and he's got a lot of cool skills like Vantage and Devil's Luck. I can actually probably park him here and he'd probably be okay. It's probably safer to put the Logger here. Yeah. Oh yeah, our entire team is basically, here's a bunch of characters that are really durable, and then here's a bunch of characters that are incredibly, you know, one-sided in their stat line. Okay. Wait. Fuck. I don't think Gabura's actually supposed to have pass or acrobat. You see why I don't think Gabura's supposed to have access to acrobat? Oh, that's really awkward. Well, I guess we're just gonna roll with it. It's probably not relevant on a lot of maps, but that's really funny that that Gabura can just do that. I'm not even joking when I say it's all fat or all turbo. You want an example? Okay, here's probably our currently best unit. Level 13, almost 40 HP. A literal brick wall. Special ability. Add weapon weight to critical chance. Armored blow, plus 10 defense when initiating battle. This character, even carrying an iron axe, just has a, like, look at the crit from, well, okay. He's also got like a bajillion support bonuses. So 51 crit with a hand axe is probably not normal. It's things like that, but then you compare it to some other characters, which I'll show off in a second. And the discrepancy goes all over the place. Like you got Taltiu here, who basically is a mage who just slams magic at you and has a super high crit rate, but her defense is basically non-existent, and she doesn't have that much HP, so she folds like a wet paper towel to things that look at her funny, like this. It's actually not that fast as I thought either. If we could get like a Brave Thunder Tome, that'd be great. I kind of want to make a custom Fire Emblem ROM hack the more I play Fire Emblem, but I already have a bajillion projects that I'm doing, so I really shouldn't. Maybe one day that'd be kind of fun, but alas, not yet. I don't want to just be like, oh, I need everyone to submit characters. I'd probably just make my own custom characters for it instead, and I'd probably find that a lot more enjoyable. Alright, let's see if Lear can kill this. Yes, the power of friendship! Giving him 65 crit. Why is support bonuses actually that strong in this ROM hack? It's very interesting design. Okay, the problem is I actually don't want to push up because there's so many enemies that are approaching me. So I want to just be ready to intercept them, but not really sacrifice anyone to fighting these things. This is going to be a grindy fight. Cool. At least Logger's a literal brick wall. Love to see it. Love to see it for him. But yeah. I've seen some other people's ROM PME runs, and some people that submit characters are like, oh, my characters, everyone loves to dump luck for some reason, and then they're like, why did I die? Well, you died to like a 3% crit because you dumped luck. We're doing some sprite recolors, but that was just messing around with paint. Young me to mega hype about modding like this. Oh yeah, modding nowadays is just so easy. Like, it is actually insane how much easier Fire Emblem modding is compared to how it was many, many years ago. It's actually quite beautiful. Like, back when I first started ROM hacking Fire Emblem, we basically had Nightmare, and that was it. And I didn't really get too far with it. And then after that, we had Event Assembler, which I really learned, and that's kind of like how my first mini project came to be. And then nowadays, it's just FE Builder, which was, thank God, like some random Japanese guy just made this program that's just like a really easy to use GUI interface. And once that came out, there was just like a huge deluge of Fire Emblem fan projects that came out. Clearly people have not played enough JRPGs, or luck is always the most OP stat. Yeah, exactly. Just be like Kazuma and just, I don't know, have a skill that just says steal panties or something. I don't know. Actually, you know what's really interesting? Speaking of Fire Emblem ROM hacks, someone made a Fire Emblem ROM hack where they just inserted all of Hololive. I think it's literally called Holo Emblem, and there's like some 60 characters in it where you can basically play as all the female cast of Hololive, including some other ones like, you know, there's Shirakami Fubuki and then there's Kurokami Fubuki. Like, they're both in there. I'm like, that's such a cool concept. I love it. You're partial to, so they've dumped Resident Act Shock when they die to match games. Yeah, that's also another one too. Everyone always picks a skill to dump, or like, it's res, defense, HP, or luck is usually the main dumps, but all those make you really vulnerable. I did actually play Iron Emblem. I didn't finish it. I think I'm like on chapter 8 of it. And it's actually really interesting. I do enjoy the Iron Man aspect of it. I probably did not put Anley in a good spot. That's probably fine. You can't dump move. You can dump con. I've seen people dump con before, and every time I see that, I'm just like, oh, buddy. You really don't want to be able to do anything. Holy cow, this thing is super annoying. What do you mean he crit on a 39 to hit? All right, Logger's out for blood, I guess. All right. Thanks, Logger, for your faith and duty. I can't afford any of this. I really want to buy the Killer Bow. The E-Sub... Actually, no, I really want to buy that E-Sub Guard. I really want that. That's so good. Oh, wait, I know how to get it. All right, I have an idea. It's going to take us a hot second, though. We're not time crunched, but we're gonna see if we can get that E-Sub Guard. I know we have a bunch of things we can sell. Of the skill set, you can't. You know what? You don't need a skill set if you're a heal stick. That's the other thing too. You have to think about like what your class is gonna end up doing, or your character's concept. Oh, you weren't thinking about Konosuba? I was thinking about Konosuba. When I saw what you're saying, I was like, oh, this is a Konosuba joke, isn't it? Something Damegami Aqua. You know what's really funny? Every time I think about it, I'm like, Kazuma's team is actually kind of cracked. If it wasn't for the fact that they're all idiots. Blinded by a reward you'll never receive. With thinking like that, you'll fall. Okay, buddy. Wow. Too bad we have a light brand. Oh. Like, every time I look at Kazuma's team, it's like, okay, so we got a goddess who has basically every holy spell in the world. We've got a super mage who can dump all of her mana into a single tactical nuke. And then we've got a tank who's basically kind of invulnerable to a lot of it, like can just take a huge amount of punishment. I don't even say it's like shit tier builds. I just think it's more like they're, well, okay, Megumin's is the only questionable build. But I think it's more, they have incredibly whack personalities. Trespassing on Drablibe territory was your thought process. Silence, mech. Surrender yourself, otherwise your fate will meet you early. Alright. Wow. Must suck to be a man named... to be a archer who walked into melee range. Actually, it's kind of annoying because I actually can't approach this unless I kill this. But if I push up too far, very high chance that Clara dies. So I probably just don't move here. Yeah, I think the correct thing is we don't move here. This map's actually taking a lot longer than I thought. We might only be able to get through 2 chapters tonight. Alright, what do we get? Well, a halberd. Oh, wait, a halberd is actually kind of nutty. I'm just gonna take that halberd from you. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really push through this, which is kind of the biggest concern. Thankfully, Havel's basically a giant brick wall that can't be touched, but I need to move Annalea out of the way. I don't want her to die. Mind her that Wiz can cast Explosion with hard as Megan, but she can cast them back to back because she's not an idiot. Well, isn't Wiz also like part of the Demon Lord's army or something? I think she quit though. Better watch out. It might be Space Day Night Archer. They're trying melee for some reason. I mean, I'm well aware of that shenanigans too. It's funny because I'm an actual archer. I'm just a really bad archer, and I mean this legitimately, like in real life. I practice Japanese archery, so I was actually out shooting last weekend, and it was pretty difficult in the sense that I was shooting full range, which I haven't really done before, which is 28 meters. Normally I've only done like half range at like 14 because that's as big as a space we have. Holy cow, that thing hurts. Look at these generics, man. There's just a lot of generics. They're just clogging us up. This thing actually hurts. Holy cow. You don't have any skills, right? Wait, what is this? +4 damage if foe cannot counter. Yes, Kudo specifically. I have a Yumi. It's like 7 feet tall, 12 kilogram draw because I'm not a very strong person. I can get Emmett Yan a kill. If Umi connects, Emmett Yan can get the kill. He can get the kill. Emmett Yan can finally do something. The poor lad's been suffering this whole time. Now he's got a chance to really show himself. 1 damage. Perish. This ending, I am not satisfied with. Why do you turn away from your actions? All right. Poor Emmett Yan has been waiting for EXP this whole game. All right, he's finally got it. Oh my gosh, he actually got strength too, which is actually insane. All right. Let's start carving our way through the rest of this because I've been putting this off for too long. All right, let's park you over. Let's see, what do I want to kill? Probably want to kill the archers, right? What is this thing actually carrying? Is it just a steel axe? Okay, so I'm gonna ignore you. We're gonna kill the soldier first. Actually, we'll kill the archers. If it was plus HP, I'd be like, I might actually have to bench this guy. I would feel bad benching him, but at the same time, sometimes you have no choice. No, I don't think anyone has leadership stars. I don't think it's anything we have access. I think we have a few leadership stars, but not that much. The enemy doesn't really have leadership stars anyways, either. Okay. Ah, that seems to be a decent hit rate. I'll take it. Come on, Lear, get a crit. Oh my gosh, he missed an 82. Very cool. He missed 2 82s in a row. Alright. Alright. I see this is where we're going with the hit rates now. Let's see if Gabura walks over here. The problem is that Gabura's avoid is 59. This thing's actual hit rate's like 40 or something. Yeah, sometimes it's just RNG not cooperating, right? You just learn to live with it. The Dutch, I got Dutch practice. I guess archery practice for the longest time. He's been trying to get an order made on a halberd. That's just strange on the serious people. Listen, why wouldn't you want a halberd? I would love to have a halberd. That sounds amazing. But I also can't justify having a halberd because I think Ray would kill me if I just came home one day with a halberd. She'd be like, but why? And I'd be like, you asked the wrong question, my love. Why not? Oh my gosh, that thing actually doesn't have a halberd. That is actually kind of spooky. I could probably park Annalea here. Probably fine. Yeah. Oh, these crit rates are these hit rates are insane. Before you ask, that is a light tome that is using a flux animation because I thought it'd be funny. Annalea does have the ability to use all types of magic, but primarily just using her personal tome and staff. Actually, probably gonna actually want to rescue, or we're gonna reposition you. I don't want you to be up there. You're gonna die. Okay. There's also another knight here, which we do need to worry about. Other than that, we probably can just pass turn. I do need to get the, Lear has a bunch of red gems that I need to grab, so we're gonna try to move someone down there. Maybe someone go to, like, kind of get close enough to start grabbing them. You're finally able to exist properly. Welcome back, Kahila. Hopefully you had a fun whatever you were up to. Nothing can touch Havel. Havel's literally a brick wall. Yeah, Logger is still a mounted unit, technically. I'm pretty sure. If not, I'm gonna just make a quick adjustment and make Logger weak to mounted units. It wouldn't be that hard. Let's see, where's Logger? Logger is Tarvos. It is not actually considered cap. Wait, hold on. Oh, are you not actually considered cavalry? Oh, that's really odd. Are you not actually? Well, we'll deal with that later, I think. Yeah. Had to do final presentation for your psychology class. How was your psychology class? Yeah, that's a problem we'll deal with later. Second attack being crits over the top. Yeah, but they're trying to flex. Also, Havel's actually taking a lot of punishment. We gotta heal Havel. Yeah, Havel is a good comrade who's been with us for a long time. Her character is incredibly durable. It's a she, by the way. Yeah, that's a she. She is very, very tanky. A literal brick wall that none can surpass. Okay, let's see if we can let's see if we can carve our way through this. Probably, as long as it's not it's just an iron bow. Ooh, that's fine. Yeah, Clara should be able to hit this. Yeah, it's a little risky because a lot of these things have chain bows, which are like, they're short bows with actual melee range, and it's a little annoying to deal with them. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna heal Havel. Havel. Okay, well that level up wasn't a 0. All right. No, we're not overextending. We're just pushing forward. That's all we're doing. We're just pushing up. I'm pretty sure we can have... Okay, Bora can probably kill this. It's a little annoying to figure that out. Okay, let's let Simon kill this. There we go. Underextending, overextending, under-leveling, over-leveling. Who cares at this point? Apparently, some characters just don't want to collect their EXP allotment. I offer them EXP and they're like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to level up any of my stats. Sorry, fam. Why? Why this? Okay. Thankfully, this one should probably die to Lear fairly quickly. I believe in Lear. Yeah, look at that. He's going for the crit. I love Fire Emblem GBA crit animations. I feel like the animations in the GBA games just have so much more style and passion compared to the 3D animation ones. That's my personal opinion, though. Okay, thankfully we don't actually have to heal Havel yet. Oh, right. By the way, in case if you've ever been wondering what Analea's primary weakness is, it's that she has 5 move. Compared to like every other like promoted character. I was like, well, she does have access to like every other, you know, magic type. I think a good negative would be to, you know, kind of just neuter her movement. It's actually like a really big drawback, and the only reason it's kind of okay is that Power Staff lets her kind of chain movements together. If we ever find boots, it's probably gonna go on her. Also, I need to get Ray's custom class. By the way, I was not able to extend the custom class table, so we're not able to add any new classes, so we have to kind of just... I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 more slots. Makes you actually move. That's also a good point, yeah. Alright, I wonder if we can bait any of these. We need to bait some threats out here. Let's see. I think Logger can probably just move up and bait. We do need to grab the gems. I do want to see if we can get some stuff. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Zoingo as a merchant ferry. In a sense, like, I'm going to go have Zoingo go to Lear, quickly go to supply, drop in everything. Oh, and then take out the red gems. And if we have any iron weapons, so we don't need this many iron lances. Just take 1. And then we have to have Zoingo trade with Umi, and then we should be fine. Yeah. See, look, we're totally Gucci. Okay, wow, they're not even sending reinforcements anymore. Great. So why don't we heal up Havel, so Havel doesn't explode on me. I don't know if Bond Essence sells for much, but it's way better to use it. A +1 to all your stats is insanely good. I would not sell them. You only get a limited amount, I think is the main thing. It's like every A rank support you get, or every time Lear ranks up a support. So I really don't want to get rid of them. They're way too good. I'm gonna trade here, give Zoingo the member card, pass, and then Alana can heal Umi. The other thing is that Umi does get a nice amount of stats. Did you actually make an assassin? You didn't submit a character yet. Xanth. Alright. Let's just run Zoingo to the secret shop over there. Actually, wait, can I... Oh, wait, hold on. Can I do this on one turn? Shove into... Okay, you don't have access to a movement skill. Oh, wait, support. Hold on. Emmet-Yan and, I guess, Logger are gonna start building up their friendship. Which is fine. Okay, so at least next turn we'll be able to get there, and that should be fine. Alright, let's pass turn. Let's see what they got. This mission's almost done. It only took us like 2 hours. It's mostly an hour plus 2 hours of editing. Holy cow, I forgot to have this. That thing has a lot of magic. Oh, that's actually kind of spooky. Okay, well, I think they wouldn't be able to kill us. Oh, it's doubling. Wait, okay, so if the other one had hit Havel, would be at 6 HP right now. Oh my god. Havel's got 10 resistance, and that's Void holding a resistance ring. Which is kind of nutty, actually. Kind of scary, though, that's how strong that was. Oh, this guy's really fast, actually. 19 speed! No wonder this thing's just like doubling all of our characters. It just hits so hard. Alright, we'll just have Arani try to do something. Yeah, that is a really fast priest. Actually caught me off guard with how speedy this guy is. Goodness gracious. Emmet-Yan dies. Alright, let's go secret shopping. Alright, so we're gonna sell off our red gems. Wait, why are they only selling for 62? Wait, hold on. Wait, why are they only selling for half? Did I not edit this correctly? I can't see this. I'd have to double the value of this thing, I think, to sell it for the correct value. Oh yeah, you do have to double it. Okay, wait, hold on. We're gonna, I got an idea. We're just gonna quickly adjust this to 250 real quick, which will then double the price of it, and then I can relaunch the ROM. Also, was that the stupid Mario or Smash Bros music? Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's see. Other than Luna. Okay, then what did that say? Rookie mistake. It is always rookie mistake. Even if I can't afford anything, I want to at least pretend like I can. Actually, let's see. Sell this. How much more do we need? Okay, I'm pretty sure we have at least one more weapon I can sell. I just need to find one more random weapon to throw away. One more Iron Lance should be fine. Let's see. FE7 Luna Druids with 22 magic. Oh my god, I don't want to think about those. Yeah, it sounded like break the targets. I don't know why YouTube's chat screen is not showing me all the messages you guys are sending. It's just like giving me only some of them. I guess I have to open up Caster Labs to see what you're all saying now for like the unified chat thing to peek at. Okay. Alright, how do we do this? I could just send Logger in. Oh my god, Logger. Alright. Okay! All right. I feel like this is 3 or 4 crits in a row now by the crazy Tarvos. I did set it to live chat, yeah. All right. Logger's on a warpath is all I'm gonna say. Logger angry. Logger demand blood. Logger wish to see enemies crumble underneath his hoof. Alright, then we can probably just... Oh my god, this is actually kind of annoying to kill. Be careful with the archers. Alright, let's have a Ronnie open up a shot here. Oh, okay. Non-lethal, unfortunately. That was a really cool animation. I like that. I like how every modder tries to have their own custom, like, Fire Emblem animation instead of just using the default ones. Thankfully, we have a healer right here who can make sure that our really overworked archer is not going to explode into a million tiny pieces. Yeah. There we go. I think, and then I think we can have Clara go for the kill. Yeah. I feel like poor Clara needs a lot of EXP because she's like one of our main flyers, so I'd rather she get a little stronger. Sometimes archers and soldiers. That's also true. I don't know. I kind of like the default archer one. It's a little simple, but I think simplicity is kind of half the fun. Also, what does this thing have? Lux 23, so take 13, deal 13 to Havel. Okay. Okay, we're gonna run. It's a seize, so I do need to move Lear up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go. Let's see, what are you carrying? I'm gonna give this, and we're gonna take out the extra Iron Lance and probably the extra. That's probably fine. I'm gonna run you over there, and then we might be able to trade and we can get this shopping adventure taken care of. But yeah, I definitely want to buy that guard, primarily because that thing does provide a huge amount of benefit and I want to have it. It's plus resistance and immunity to crits. That's a really good bonus. No, I'm not selling the talisman. I want the talisman. I definitely prioritize stat boosters over all else. Okay, unfortunately Havel's great armor can't exactly punch through the great armor of another knight. Oh, that's actually like kind of a sick animation. I love that little twirl it did. Thank God it didn't double. I was afraid it was actually gonna double Clara. There was a real fear for a hot second. Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, over here, this one's gonna try to hit Havel, and Havel just literally doesn't care. Problem is, I guess, the enemy has some pretty high avoid, which is kind of surprising. Let's see if we can finagle that. Why is that avoid so high? Havel has 103 hit. I mean, it's a hand. Oh, the hand axe accuracy is like way lower than normal. Clara didn't die, thankfully, and I can just have these two support real quick. And then we should be able to just blast some fire at it. Come on. Crit? Nope. Yeah, this paladin is annoying. I guess time for Annalie to finally fling some magic at it. Oh, the crit animation! There we go. That was a little overkill. Oh, wait, it didn't kill. Wait, you know what this means? Poor Emmett Yun. Oh, never mind, Emmett Yun's running away. Sorry, I was gonna have him get the kill, but not anymore. I think it's Clara can get the kill. Oh my God, it's such a risk. Let's make sure everything else is dead first before we do that. I don't have a hammer, do I? Shoot. Okay, I don't have a hammer. If we had a hammer, we could maybe just kill that knight, but because I want Clara to try to get the kill for that sweet, sweet EXP. You can do it. I believe in you. Power of anime and friendship at its finest. And that should... Hopefully she gets a skill or a level up because she didn't get any stats last time. See, that's way better. So her speed's already capped. I might actually have to give her the... I might actually have to give her a promo scroll as soon as she hits 20 because she's gonna probably cap strength or speed. And skill, I'm sorry. It just kind of depends, but I'm guessing I will have to. The problem is that I have no magic users that can actually... Jeez, that's fine. Giboro's not gonna get hit. Don't you just love it when your characters are just invulnerable? I love it. I gotta use the bathroom after this map. I'm so sorry. What do you mean 20 not 10? Sorry, yeah, I meant Clara's gonna cap out skill probably by 10. Oh, I do have a magic sword, you're right. I forgot about that. Is it wait. I think it's calculating off of... $218. Okay, wait. I don't know what's going on, but it's actually better to use the killer's sword than the magic sword. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know what's going on with the calculations there, but I'm not gonna question it. All right, well, a lot of our characters basically... It's really weird because it just feels like I'm deathballing, and it seems like deathballing seems to be a very valid strategy to just rip and tear through everything. I'm not sure if that's intended. Why does Logger keep critting? Did giving Logger a killer axe just enrage him and he's just gonna get a crit every single time? I don't understand. He just crits every single time. I have no idea what's going on. It's very spooky. All right, let's go over here real quick. So we're just gonna have you park over here. We'll need one more turn at least to trade. We'll take that Iron Lance and then we're just gonna park it right back up here. All right. I do need to also sell some stuff real quick. There is a vendor here that I've been meaning to visit because I can get a Thunder Tome for Taltiu, which will actually make her lore accurate. No, so the thing is, he's already got killer, like, the crit is already taken into account when I'm looking at that critical hit rate. I think it's just the RNG's landed on the fact that Logger must slay. Logger hungry for blood. Logger kill. Okay. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Oh my god. Well, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, secret shop. Nice fart. Alright, we're gonna buy the E-sub guard. Oh wait, I forgot to sell the thing. Finally! Oh my goodness, I can buy the stupid E-sub guard. Alright, this thing is prevents you from being crit and gives you 30 or plus a bunch of resistance. I might just hand that to Havel, so that Havel can just basically face tank everything without a care in the world. Alright. Ooh, that thing has a lot of avoid. It is on a forest. That's kind of annoying. Yeah. Let's see, I need to find a way to get to it is the problem. I also need to give Havel like another weapon of some kind. I haven't decided what yet. Give it to Umi. Umi might... Yeah, we may give it to Umi because Umi's also not a bad tank. The other person who I'm considering giving it to would probably be Simon. Simon's kind of also very... Like, Simon's also weirdly tanky. Is it playing Vampire? I can tell you exactly what song it is. Let me see. Thankfully, the author was kind enough to write it down and everything. Let's see. Let me find the correct editor. I think I'm looking for the chapter editor. So the music in this map is... combat music is... Player phase, Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. Whoopsies. I don't have Snappy installed. That's fine. Another side. The enemy phase is Romancing Saga, Passionate Rhythm. Yeah. That's what it says here. I'm just reading it, okay? Enemy phase BGM is Paper Mario Lava Piranha. Player phase BGM is Pokemon Black and White Route 10. Unless I'm reading this wrong. This one is Bloody Tears? Okay. I don't know why I didn't know that. It's really weird then. I don't know why it's telling me the wrong thing. Aptitude is, yeah, it's just really aptitude gaming. It's not even a joke. Okay. There are grains that are eaten whole grain like rice. What do you mean grains that are eaten whole grain like rice? Do you not eat rice whole or something? Or am I missing something to the statement? We should probably heal Clara. I don't want Clara to explode on us. Thank you very much. There we go. To be fair, I don't think anyone eats rice hulls. If you're eating rice hulls, you're a little crazy. I actually don't like eating brown rice, for example. Like, I'm not a brown rice person. I'm very much my rice needs to be nice and pure and pristine and like porcelain. Otherwise, why eat it? That's kind of how I feel with some rice types. The ring in New Castlevania, I actually don't know much about Castlevania. This thing does 23 damage. You can actually probably tank this and not care. But just in case, I will heal you up. Gonna speed through the heal animations because I can't turn them off because there's actually a sub mod for that, or sub patch, but it's not installed, so I think it's a jelly-filled donut. God, I don't want to think about that. I don't know why they didn't think kids would understand the idea of a rice ball. I guess because it's just so foreign, because it's Asian, and Pokemon, the anime was coming out at a time when, you know, it's still weird to be into Eastern things and stuff like that, right? Remember you can hold L? I keep forgetting I can in fact hold L. I need to get that fire tome. Oh, I need to get that thunder. That's so expensive. Holy cow, that is really pricey. That is a really pricey tome. Oh, jeez. I have an idea. Let's see. Just give these over here real quick. What can I sell? Don't think I need another iron axe right now. Oh man, I might not actually be able to afford. Unless I sell an iron lance. I guess I can sell the iron lance, it's probably okay. No, I'm gonna keep that talisman. I want to use that talisman. Okay, that should be fine. And then I know Umi's got 100 gold. Does that item have to be used? I don't know why it's selling for half what it says. All right, that's super odd. Hello, Suspicious Wizard. How are you doing? Welcome back. Oh, I forgot to check if I could buy it. Oh, whatever. Let's kill these real quick. We're almost done with the map anyways. I do recommend playing the older Fire Emblems if you get a chance. It's all a different, unique experience depending on what you're looking for. My personal favorite for like just best story is Genealogy of the Holy War. Fire Emblem 4 basically. But it's such a unique game, and it's kind of like the ultimate Kaga emblem experience, but it is a lot to take in, not to mention the maps are comically long. Let's see, you did play Shadow Dragon Remake, which had some interesting decisions. You mean which characters to sacrifice so you could get to see all the true ending or get all the alternate characters? The Toho 6 remake has you over the moon. I think I have a lot of friends that are really excited for the Toho remake. A lot of people kind of got their start with Toho with ESOD, and me, I'm one of those people as well. So I'm hopeful for it. By the way, Alana has unlocked a new skill. Alana gets access to Live to Serve. So when healing an ally, also heals self. So Alana can basically self-sustain. You want to be a sorcerer? Of course, Armor Knight. Yes, exactly. That's what you have to do. Start as an Armor Knight if you want to become a sorcerer. That's how this works. Are you going to submit a character too? Let's see. You just need to kill this guy. Does he have anything of note? Wait. Thank God, these are just... Wait, what do you mean? This unit gives no experience. Oh, wait, we have to talk to him. That's right. I think one of our characters had... Yeah, you just yap with him. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I don't want to end the map yet. But it seems like all we have to do is talk to him and the map ends. What's in the shop? Okay, I don't care. Can I buy that Thunder Tome? I actually have to manage my money, which is the funny. Oh god, it's like 1,500. Okay, what do I sell? I'm not selling the talisman before you ask. I refuse to sell it. How much is a vulnerary worth, you think? I need like 250, right? How much do I need? Yeah, I need about 250 to buy that Undertome. Let's take the vulnerary and pure water. I don't want to sell. I'll take the door key too. I might be able to get away with selling the door key. That is not enough. That puts me at, what is that? 50 plus 40 is 90 plus 250s. That gets me like halfway. All right, we'll give it another turn. Hold on. What are my other options? Like, if it's not worth that much, I don't want to sell it. Let's see how much those. Okay, I'll check to see how much these are worth, but it's very unlikely I'm gonna sell them. I'm probably gonna just sell the Steel Lance unironically. It's worth a lot of money. Is it worth it to sell the Steel Lance or the Talisman? I'm thinking it's better to sell the Talisman, actually. I might actually need that Steel Lance. Oh, fuck, I'll sell this Talisman. The financial gain from that is actually, like, really good. Because then I can go over here and I can go buy the Thunder Tome, which we're gonna need for Toledo. And that's fine. All right, let's try to finish this map now. So I'm just gonna save state real quick in case something bad happens. So we're gonna save state right now. Shift F1, perfect. Stubborn Granny. I can't believe I'm being called a Granny. What is this? Oh wait. Wait, real quick before we end this fight. Let's see. Have I had quinoa? Yeah, I did. I didn't like it very much. Just gonna steal your elixir real quick, buddy. Perfect, and we're just gonna pull you back, and then we'll go talk with Havel. Marvelous effort, Zivin. Marvelous, huh? Whoever educated you in compliments must have enjoyed their payment. Old age certainly changes your view on life. Let us converse further inside, and we must continue the plan. Gather the rest of my comrades. Yay, mission complete. Yeah, there's a lot of options for characters. This one doesn't have as many as we normally do, but there is a lot of interesting choices that you can make. All right, we gotta get Lear up there because he's the only one who can capture. All right, mission more or less complete. Dun, 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 dun. I just realized that that character is basically Marcus. You're so unworldly. Your world is just still rice and wheat. Have you considered consuming meats and tofus and veggies and other things? Also young. Yeah, it really just looks like young Marcus. Another plan brewing in your mind? I will need you to charge the fort and create a distraction, but you'll need to stall. Joseph's character tells me he thinks before he acts. Wow, crazy. All right, well, since we don't care about the plot for this, we'll just skip this most of the time. Okay. Before we continue, I need to check to see who was introduced in Chapter 7. All right, so Chapter 7 will introduce, one new character, Glenna, who is being replaced with Grimol, who is supposed to be a dog, but I don't have a dog. I don't know if Grimol's here, but I gotta pick a class to replace Grimol with now, or I push Grimol to later down the line. So what are my choices if we replace Grimol? I guess that's true. They are basically Myrmidons, right? We don't have a Myrmidon in our crew yet, so I guess it's probably fine to replace Grimol with a Myrmidon. Yeah, I think we'll do a Myrm. All right, let's here. Let's do some editing together. Ready? So first, I'm gonna close the game, turn on some BGM, and then we're gonna go back here. All right. So my logic is that, okay, so this is Chapter 7, right? Take a look at the unit placer. Let's see if we take a look at the... Okay, wrong one. I need to change this one. Okay. If we take a unit placer here, we see that... Hitterall's not a character... Wait, do we get a character named Hitterall? Probably later. No, we don't ever get him. Okay, that's fine. So... Let me check here. So Glenn is normally a Cavalier, but we're replacing with a Myrmidon in this timeline. Also, I need to move this to be below the chat box, please. The chat box should always be above everything. Also, I just realized it's not showing up on the other side. Okay, so... Fighting Zeltic army. I need to figure out where... Let's see... Rental, Gregory. I don't think these characters are recruited here. And they're not on the list of recruitables either. Is it a spooky character that we have to hunt down? World map skirmishes. I don't really care about skirmishes. Player placement. Player turn. Okay, here we go. Glenna. So Glenna does appear as an enemy character on turn 3. Glenna is a... Talk with Akon, Roland, or Perry. So that means talk with Arani, Clara, or... I forgot the other character. Roland, Akon, or Perry. Roland, Akon, or Perry. So, or Logger. Okay. Let's quickly edit this real fast. So we're gonna have this come in as a Myrmidon. We're gonna assume Grimal's a male Myrmidon, probably is correct. Yeah, that's fine. And then we're going to swap the... Okay, so Flycatcher is a unique... what is this? Effective against fly or 2 range, but now it's a sword, so I need to find a sword that's close enough equivalent. I guess a Worm Slayer's probably is good enough. Or a Samashir? Let's see, so the Flycatcher's value is 3,000. So let's see, what's the closest equivalent? Killing Edge is probably the closest equivalent. We could also give a Zanbato. Or what do we think? I guess that's probably the only Myrmidon we're gonna get for a while. Maybe a Shamshir's probably fine. Armor Slayer? Who would give an Armor Slayer? Yeah. Armor Slayer's not bad. I have to finagle this real quick, so to make the Armor Slayer unbreakable. Actually, I kind of like the Rapier. Fun fact, Rapier actually doesn't have a lock in this. Yeah. But Rapier's only good against knights, armored units, not cavalry. Yeah, I think Rapier's probably fine. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll do Rapier. I think that's fine. He actually gets, and also like a standard weapon on top of that, so... an iron lance becomes an iron sword, easy enough. Okay, then we have to finagle the character editor to plug in all of the stats that we need. The main problem is I don't have a portrait, so I need to pick a decent... Let me look through my portrait collection, see if I have a decent one for Grimo. Oh, I do! Perfect, I have this one. Okay, perfect. We do have one from the previous PME, so we're just gonna use the same one that we did last time. To line it up is the problem. What the heck? Where does this go? Oh, it goes up here. Okay. It's up to you, but I did find a spare portrait that I could use for Grimo. Okay. It's not... No, it's just a dog. Okay. Oh, it is a female, so it should... I have to use the female one, because I just realized the character's name is Grace, and the stat... Well, no, it is male. It's just named Grace. Got it. Okay, and then... lore says woof woof. There we go. Okay, so that should be fine. Next I need to add is something in memes. Am I scared? Should I find out what you sent in memes? What entire nation did you say? I saw this earlier. I hate this so much. Why is this a thing? Oh my gosh. I don't know if anyone wants to see this, but if you ever wanted to see like anime Cockroach Boy, apparently that's a thing now. That's like a thing. Yeah, here you go. They made a pest control company has released a free dating sim where you romance anime bug boys, voiced by Attack on Titan's Eren Yeager. Every relationship ends where you have to use bug spray to kill your insect boyfriend. It looks so goofy. Oh my god. Look his face with the body. He's just got 6 arms. Why is this a thing? Oh my god. Oh, it's a normal portrait. Oh, it's fine. We can change the portrait later. That's so cursed. You know what's funny? It's not. This is not a Western VN. I'm pretty sure this is a Japanese visual novel. I think, unless if it is Western, that's even funnier. Where's the character editor? Okay, hold on. So we're doing this right. Okay, so I got to change Grimo's stats, right? Okay, so Grimo has requested a Constitution boon, putting it at 5, with an HP Bane, putting this at 3 for base, and then stat line is 70, 50, 35, 35, 60, 25, 25, 25, 0. I almost set it to 255 growth rate for that. Okay, so that's 300 max growth rate because I think Grimo went above. Let's see, that's fine. So that's fine, not female. Yeah, I believe Grimo went above the skill point limit to like essentially sacrifice skill growth for skill points, and then I have to now give the correct skills. Okay, so Grimel has access to... Oh, I'm just gonna change the same mirror. Gotta log into the right account for this. So Grace is now a Myrmidon. Okay, so with how many skills are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4 skills. Okay, so I need to increase this by 3. And then, oh, trust me, Wizard, I've always wanted to make a Fire Emblem game myself. I'm at least, I know how to do it if I was willing to sit down and do it, but I'm a very lazy person, and that's why that never happened. Renewal with a core skill. And then, let's see. Grimo also would like to have access to Bond. All allies around recover HP every turn. And then also Voice of Peace. Enemies within 2 tiles do less damage. And finally, Dragon Fang, which just says +50. Dragon Fang. Skill percent chance to just 1.5 extra damage, which is pretty nutty. And it didn't change. Oh, I see. Renewal's fine. We'll change it here. Okay, that's fine. So write that to ROM. Okay, good. Y'all, you just use a lot of the... I would just use the public resources unless you know what you're doing. Anima Affinity. Con HP, that's not fine. Okay, this should all be right. I agree, Mole. I had to make you a Myrmidon. I hope you're not too sad. I couldn't... There's no dog class, unfortunately. Okay, so if I did everything right, I should be able to just boot you in. Okay, if you get a new portrait, let me know and I'll just plug it in. It's not that hard to put in. Okay, and you are the male variant because you chose to be a male character. Okay. Let's go launch the ROM. Let me also save the ROM. Let me save all my edits, by the way, before something bad happens. What do you mean I can't just start? Oh my god. How do I lower the volume? Oh lord. What do you mean I can't just start my Fire Emblem ROM hacking adventures by making a 20 chapter or 40 chapter super epic saga that spans generations? Also, I think there's a secret, there's a killer bow on this map, which we will need to grab. Intruding forces. All right, everyone, are you... Wait, what did I give this guy's voice? I think I made him sound like Deku, right? All right, everyone, are you prepared? Ready and steady. Ready. Let's do this. The sooner we get to Yosef, our answers will be solved. Good, it's time. Let's go, everyone. I hate the Deku voice so much. It's so cursed. There's no soldiers in sight. What's going on? Keep your head up. We very well could have fallen into a trap. If there are no soldiers, I'll have to agree. On the other hand, it's possible Hiteral got caught. Is that you, Saikuno? I'm just gonna say this. I think it's so funny that he came back after just 1 month. Basically said, hey guys, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. And then everyone's just okay with this? His girlfriend didn't leave him? Alright, I'm not gonna get into it. It's not my place to discuss. I saw the new... I was just like, alright. That entire thing is just... God, I don't even know how to describe it. Alright, let's just skip them. Yeah. I'm not gonna discuss, I'm not gonna question it. He also figured us out, and Zelnik soldiers are waiting around us. They have us surrounded. We need to defend ourselves. Alright. Let's go defend ourselves. This area should suffice. You'll be able to hold them off for some time here. You're not planning on helping us. Someone needs to control the fort's upper floors. I don't think this is mere ill combatants, but they still exist in an army. Okay, so basically we're just fighting on the main floor. Got it. Alright. Shift F. Whoa! Why did I make my game tiny? Okay. I was trying to figure out what the save state button was. It's Shift F1. Okay. Alright, let's take a look, shall we? We gotta finagle our characters and probably... Okay, so one of the main problems is Adela's stats is actually like really bad because she comes as a pre-promote and I think her bases were just like hot doo-doo. The only legitimate way to fix this, and this is kind of janky to do, is I'm going to give her a bunch of bond essences and we're just gonna fuel her stats through the power of friendship and anime. I'm not even joking. Everything's just going up. Okay. I'm gonna give her one more. I don't want to do this that much, but as a pre-promote, her base stats were kind of hot doo-doo, so we needed to fix that. I think we could... Oh, we can still take everyone, actually. Interesting. It's basically rare candies. I could give Emmett-Jan the other one, just because his stats are so bad and he needs the help to kind of become a little... Like, the main issue with Emmett-Jan is he's got actually decent bases for his level, but the problem is that his level is so low and he doesn't have the strength to actually kill things. Okay, let's sort through this real quick. So we're gonna give Toledo the Thunder Tome. Is it just a direct upgrade? Hold on. Okay, so you lose out on 5 hit, but you gain 3 strength. And her con is kind of high. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna give the Fire Tome to Analea. And then let's see. God, I really do have a lot of rare candies, huh? If I had a spare nice axe, I would give it to Havel, but I don't think I do. I think I gave... Okay, so I think Lager doesn't need the steel axe anymore. I'm gonna give that to Havel, so Havel has a little bit more oomph to their strikes. Poor Emmett-Jan is just kind of screwed for now. You know what? I'll give Emmett-Jan like 1 bond essence. Maybe just 1 is enough to help at least make him feel a little more valid. What we really need is also an upgraded bow, but we have not found any upgraded bows. Now, there is a killer bow on this map, so we're gonna have to grab that. Okay, Zoingo needs... Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, I see. I gave Zoingo's steel sword to... Or steel lance to... Why is the line broken? I just realized Zoingo's name doesn't actually fit. I think that's what's causing it to break. Because I'm pretty sure everyone else's stats are fine. I could promote. I'm debating if it's worth promoting anyone. Clara is probably like the only one I would immediately consider a promotion. Actually, yeah. And then Lear probably also is probably... I think it's probably... Lear's gonna get a promotion soon. Probably Havel after that. Havel's near cap already. No, I want to max out everyone's stats. We're gonna wait till 20 because also your EXP gain kind of craters too. So I don't mind waiting till 20. This ROM hack's like what, 20 something chapters. So oh shoot, you know what I forgot to do? I think I forgot to increase the difficulty of the enemies on this map. I know how we can fix this. Hold on, we're gonna save. Okay, and then I'm gonna close the game. I'm gonna crank the enemy difficulty on this map just slightly. I forgot to do that earlier. So intruding forces, it should be, we're gonna crank it to like +2, should be fine. Yeah, +2 should be okay. Yeah. God, I don't know why it boots up at max level. Okay, so this should count, this should have added the enemy boost. What is the map looking like? Oh, these cavaliers are actually kind of scary. Wait, hold on, what do we got? Who's the boss? Yosef, a skilled paladin working under Zeltnik. Extremely powerful. Caution needed. Holy cow, his stats are insane. 29 skill. What does he have? Elbow room, hex, canto. Okay, those don't matter, but oh my gosh, yeah, with a silver lance, he's really scary. Havel would struggle fighting against this. Also, he's on a forest tile, so his avoid's also kind of nutty. Wow, that is a... I'm glad we found that halberd, because I'm pretty sure Logger's gonna have a field day. There's another goober. Oh, there's a speedwing. He posted this spreadsheet. Okay, I will do that for tomorrow. I'm not gonna add it today. Yeah, I'll add it. I'll add it tomorrow probably. Okay. Why do we have a hostage? Why does this hostage have? Wait, what the? Spur speed, patience, drive strength, and swap. Killer lance and a javelin. He's never gonna move. Okay. Okay, so we got to protect them. This one's got a light brand. This one's got a hand axe. That makes sense. Is there any of these that have anything that I need to be really careful of? The flycatcher's kind of annoying. We also have javelins and iron lances. This one's got some steel ones. Okay. I mean, realistically, the correct solution is you park Havel on one end and you park Logger on the other end, and you just let them wail on them. And then we'll just send a small squad up north to try to knock out the adventurer with the speedwing, so we can get the speedwing. And that's probably the main strategy. And the main issue is that there's a lot of, like, Clara actually can't really do much on this map. And there's probably a lot of and we gotta make sure we can talk to the one we want to go recruit. All right, I think that's basically as good as we're gonna get. Yeah, we'll try this. Okay, we're gonna save. Everyone's got the items that they need. Probably you should take a Vulnerary. Oh, right, the E-sub guard. Okay, so I don't think Havel needs it. Havel actually has a decent amount of luck. Unironically, I think Logger or Simon get the thing. I'm gonna give it to Logger because I know Logger's gonna be in a lot more frontline fights for this engagement. And I'll give the luck. Why is your luck so doo-doo? All right, you can have the luck ring. You don't need a steel lance, so I'm gonna give that steel lance to Zoingo. Okay, I think that seems to be a pretty solid kit. Let's see if this is enough to win the fight. You baned the luck. Well, yeah, that's fine. All right, let's just finagle the map. So I'm gonna put Logger over here, and then I'm gonna put Havel over here, and then I'm gonna keep Clara down here, and then I'm gonna have Simon essentially lead the charge up there. Oh, actually, this is really awkward. I might have to put I might actually have to put you here. The problem is that the archers are really bad for our flyers, and they don't have any like Hoplin guard or like Philly shield effects. Yeah, so I have to be very careful. All right, we'll try this. Okay, so I'm just gonna park you here, and I'm gonna park you here with a halberd, and then we're gonna start, I guess, carving our way up there. We just gotta bait him in. Yeah, I think the solution is we bait. We bait and then we strike. Yeah. I think Umi can also bait. I forgot Umi's got some pretty decent durability. Yeah, why don't you talk to the spider? Look at them be friends. Hey there, Umi. What the? If you ask, what is this Diana? Just be having some with your name. You got some access to light magic. Okay, yeah. No, I forgot the what's it called? Support combos don't really make sense. Right here, happening this second. 2 magic light wielding users, except you will probably heal. Will stop evildoers from killing us to save the day eventually. Okay, I don't understand what was going on. Whatever, just give him the EXP. Okay, he did learn reposition. His stats are not as bad anymore, so it's getting a little better with his stats. Again, one of the main issues is I have 1 healer, 2 sides, 1 healer. I'm gonna run Lear up there as well, and then I think Gabor will just kind of stay as like a support, and then so will the remaining casters and flyers, and it should be pretty okay to help fight through this. Oh, they're just going for Gabora. Oh, that's bad. Well, I'm glad that missed. Gabora is kind of in a bad spot with low HP. All right, here we go. I don't know. I would like to have another healer at some point. Now, granted, probably Taliyus will promote and become another healer when that happens eventually. Ah, yes. Logger just literally carving horses in half. I feel so bad for the enemy. They're just running into their literal perfect counter. What are you gonna do? They all just die. Look at it. It's just like I don't know if it's double effectiveness or triple effectiveness. I think it's why does he keep critting? Does he have like some hidden passive that just gives him infinitely higher crit that we're not aware of? Is he underflowing? I really want to know what's going on with that individual. It's scary. I feel like our RNG is just... I should have gone to the bathroom right now. I bet you I could have gone to the bathroom before all these enemy turns are finished. We'll wait until next turn from firewood to glue. I can't believe it. I can't believe Logger's doing this. How could Logger do this to the enemy? Okay. That's fine, because I wanted to bait with Simon anyways. I'll see if I can get a custom palette in for some of these characters, but it is such a lot of effort. If there's a way for me to just export palettes and tell people, hey, figure out your palettes yourself, and then I can import it, I'll do that. But it kind of depends. I really don't know much about the graphical side other than just uploading bits and pieces. Yeah, there's like a very specific way to do the palette stuff, and I don't really... I guess character palette. Yeah. Oh, you can actually import and export palettes. Okay. Well, I guess in that case, I don't know, maybe I could just be like, here's your palette. If you want to figure out how you want to import your palette, let me know. Because otherwise, I really do not know the specifics about this. This actually might be a little too much effort. All right, let's continue. So he just has to survive 12 turns. That's not that bad. As long as Gabor doesn't get hit, Gabor is pretty Gucci. The main issue is that these guys are annoying to tackle. Yeah, that's fine. We play a little risky with Gabora here. Gabora's whole shtick is to be like a giant glass cannon anyway, so... you know, makes sense. And obviously, there we go. Lore accurate now. We probably can try to kill the boss. I mean, he's a paladin, so the solution is you just fling Logger at the enemy and the enemy dies, so, you know. Oh my god, that's actually a really good level up. I wonder why the growth rates are... well, whatever. Let's see. And thankfully, Lear is actually pretty good. One of the main issues now on this map is that because we're so split up, we can't support Death Ball our stats anymore, which is what we've been kind of doing for like the past couple maps. So our usual combat effectiveness is a little lower this fight. Aww. Tragic. Alright, well, let's see if we can do this. Thankfully, Arani does have some pretty good hit rates, so we can probably carve through. These archers are actually kind of annoying. I need to see if the upper one actually moves towards us as well. I didn't Arani heal. Oh, soul heals for half. That's right. For some reason, I thought soul heals full. Let's see. This goober does in fact move, so as long as you can bait him out, and he's only got a iron bow, 20 damage. Yeah, we should be fine. We also have Claire get some kills here. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Support. Swamp, desert meadow. Swamp, desert meadow. Hello there, logger. Might I ask what you're doing? Ah, Clara, I was only repeating words related to my poem. Ah, so logger's a poet. A poem, you say? Are you by chance a writer? No, it is simply a hobby to pass the time. I grew up hearing stories, you see. I thought writing a short poem could intrigue me. My, that's wonderful. I'm an advent reader myself. Avant reader myself. What is this poem about? It involves a knight in search of their lord. It would take place in a harsh environment where the knight experiences loss and forgiveness. A tragic tale? Yes, though currently narrowing what setting to use. Swamp, desert, or meadow. I can't believe Logger is not only he is a well-spoken Tarvos centaur axe-wielding man who is a writer who writes stories. Truly a well-rounded story character that would be relevant if I wasn't skipping all the plot. Alright, I'm just gonna have you walk out here and start carving these guys in half again. It's just so funny. It's just so funny to see the enemy die. Okay. Let's go heal, and we should be able to at least knock out that enemy. I forgot to give Analea an extra heal staff. That's a problem. She has 1 heal charge. Well, thankfully, our main lords don't... Wait, actually, wow. Wait a second. Wait, why does fire do more damage? Wait. Am I missing something? Wait, why does fire deal more damage to this thing? Wait, what? Hold on, look, okay, so hold on. Fire does 21. Heart Seal has more power and crit and does 17? Am I missing something? I don't understand the math. Fire does more damage to animals than FE9 and 10. Oh, maybe that's what it's based off of, that's why. Oh, okay, so there's like an inherent weakness, I guess, that I'm not aware of. Very awkward. Okay, we're gonna have you stand here and support. Alright. Support level increase, yay. Got another bond essence. Okay, what rank is that now? B? Oh, A with Havel, that's fine. I can't have Emetyan bait, unfortunately, but I'm gonna pull Emetyan down south. Yeah, or we're gonna pull Zoingo down because Zoingo's got a lot of damage, anyways. I did not know that. It's been a while since I played 9 and 10, so that's probably why. Yeah, Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance, great games, very long games. I would do a PME for those if I knew how to ROM hack the GameCube titles, and unfortunately I don't, so that's why we never do that. Oh, there's more of them coming in. Hello, Garm. Welcome back. You've solved your internet problem? Ooh. I really need to get Havel, like, a better axe. I think Havel's lack of speed is starting to show issues. Oh, you're on your phone? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's fine. I wish I had given Simon a javelin, but we just don't have enough javelins hanging around. Yeah. Thankfully, Havel's just super durable. I will say, I have a question. What are your thoughts on the fact that I give subs a custom weapon if I remember to do it if they requested one? Is it too overpowered? I don't know. I think it's just mostly a fun thing. I would like to do... I will say, one thing I want to do at some point is I would like to do a Fire Emblem... either Corrin quest or Robin quest run. Where we play Awakening or Fates, but we just kill off every non-major character and we just play entirely with player-submitted Robins and Corrins. Oh, Yosef, how have you not called me into battle yet? Oh, it's you. There's no need for you to enter battle today. Our foes are backed into a corner. You aren't needed. Aren't needed? Tell me, Yosef, what am I to you? What are you? What am I to you? Answer me now. Taken out with my lance, not by the enemies. Hogwash. It's kind of interesting seeing the dog saying this. Okay, so the main thing is that's a lot of cavaliers, and I think the safest thing to do is we're gonna walk back inside, and I'm just gonna park Logger on top of this and just wait for them to approach us again because I'm not risking there. Well, at least you're here on your tablet. I assume it's just been rough trying to get Discord work or getting Twitch to work on your PC. I don't know why Twitch is doing that. Twitch does weird stuff sometimes. It's very odd. I don't really know the rhyme or reason for half the time Twitch works and doesn't. For sure. Pretty sure Simon is tanky enough that I could just send Simon guns blazing into a crowd of enemies. Especially if he promotes into a paladin. Oh my gosh, he's gonna be a nightmare. I think Simon is one of those characters I will actually run all the way to 20 because of his stupid plus 20 to all growths. So all his growths are like way above there. Way above board. I think we might... Actually, no, I don't have to actually do anything. What I'm going to do is I just need to kill this one. They're not sending any archers down here. Yeah. So the correct thing to do is we kill this one first. And then we essentially open up a very easy to defend a corridor. And we kind of just hold the line. I kind of like this map. I'm always a fan of defensive maps in any video game I play. And this one very much appeals to the whole hold the line fantasy. Yeah. I am a little concerned because these guys can still have the 2% crit, and that could kill someone, but we're generally fairly lucky. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing news that they might actually finally be opening that stupid bridge in Canada. Okay. Gonna just have Havel. I think we're just gonna switch now. I mean, it's always a concern. You never know, right? I always have that fear, that slight fear that something might happen. Okay. So I'm gonna run Emityan this way, just so we have another backup attacker. And I'm gonna actually run a Ronnie that way as well. Meanwhile, this side, I'm just gonna park Umi here, and Umi can just kind of sit there and eat up that little goober. Okay, I need to use the restroom, so I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll let the game run at normal speed. I'll just kind of keep an eye on my phone. Hopefully nothing bad happens with people dying, but if someone dies, oh, trust me, we'll see it. All right, I'll be right back. The game is still running, by the way. I just want to say I have some impeccable timing. I just came back from the restroom and I saw that not a single one of our units died and all the enemies exploded into a million tiny pieces, and I need to find a way to get to Grace over there, but it's kind of a lot to fight through. I guess, oh gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this actually, because I don't want Grace to attack. Logger is the biggest concern, because Logger's probably gonna carve Grace in half. So actually, wait, no, I think here actually. How much damage could these guys do to let's see. If there was a way to just carve through these guys, this would be a little easier. Maybe, okay, maybe we can take like a risk for one turn. So the risk play is we run in Analea and Clara to go kill this Zeltnik, and then we can have Logger talk to Grace, and then Logger also kills this Zeltnik, and then Grace turns around and kills this one. I think that's probably correct. Okay, let's try this. I think this works. Hold on. I think my big brain galaxy play will work here. Here's hoping Analea doesn't get killed. You know, I can't really control it, but, you know. I'm gonna see if I can upload a different spell animation for Heart Seal. Maybe something a little nicer. I still need to figure out Ray's custom thing. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do for Ray's class yet, but I'm probably thinking it might be a flyer of some kind. Don't worry, Grimo, we're gonna get you. We're not gonna let you die. What's the saying? Everyone is here. Ooh, I like the resistance. Clara might make a good resistance tank. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna go over here, talk. Ah, the enemy has a cavalier like myself on the battlefield. Are you a cavalier? Oh wait, then we can attack. And then we can halberd this one to death. Again! Why is Logger just getting all these crits? Is there something wrong with the RNG? I guess they are both monsters in that fact, yeah. Okay, because then I can turn around and... Oh my gosh. Whoa! Let's have you kill the other one, actually. Oh, right. Rapiers are only good against knights. Wait, hold on. Your base HP is actually really bad. Oh! Okay, wait. This is a bit of a problem. You're... Okay, wait, hold on. hold on here, hold on. There's a couple problems we need to solve real quick. First of all, let's run Lear up here. Let's see if we can kill this one real fast. I was hoping for a crit, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm afraid the doggo might be Explodo. Unless we play this correctly, the doggo is definitely not going to be a doggo much longer. He's going to be a giant corpse on the ground. And Simon out here getting crits and kills. Alright, Simon, I want to see that level up. I want to see stats all across the board. Can't stay on tablet. Have a good... Alright, have a good night, Garm. I'm sorry that you have to be on your tablet. I hope you fix it on PC soon. Okay, Speedwing is great. Okay, so I think the solution is we have Emityan just kind of face tank this one. Because Emityan's actually really durable, which is very interesting. A lot of our characters are painfully durable. Okay, so the question is, can the Doog fight the fighter without exploding into a million tiny pieces? Let's see. Okay, so... What is your skill again? Okay, so maybe the solution is we actually just have you run... Okay, wait, hold on, I feel like this guy attack. Okay, so we're gonna have you run this direction. We'll let the enemy attack you. I have no idea what's going on here. I haven't been paying attention at all to the rest of the fight, other than I see a lot of stuff happening. Thankfully, Arani's got some pretty good skills. If only Arani can proc that ether. I forgot Arani's activation rate's actually like super high. I think Arani's got like Rightful God. So ether skill times divided by 2, so 9, but then you add 30. So it's a 40% chance that ether's gonna proc every single time. Which makes Arani incredibly durable. Alright, we're just gonna walk on top of this. Eat the delicious horse. Never mind. The horse is too chunky. Umi's accuracy is a little rough. I think the Sharp Claw's accuracy is kind of like neutered. I might need to adjust it. Yeah, I think the accuracy for this weapon is like really bad. I need to adjust it. We have to send Toledo to kill this. Oh my gosh. Ooh, this is a problem actually. I'm gonna park you here. Oh, you don't have a healing. Oh shoot, we don't have enough vulneraries. Do you die if this thing touches you? Okay, we have to just try to minimize how much death we can do. So I think if I park her over here, we can kill the... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That's fine. There was a bunch of ways that could have gone wrong, but thankfully none of those ways happened, and we were able to succeed. So she'll have to eat one hit, and these guys can just continue punching their way through. In fact, I can have Zoingo just press the rally button, which will give an extra defense to Havel, which lets Havel continue just being a literal brick wall. Which is fine. Even if they can't hit Havel, or if Havel can't hit them, they can't kill Havel. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the main issue with Toledo. I'm afraid her HP is, like, so low. But if we can get Wrath going, oh my gosh, Wrath or Defiant crit? It would be pretty disgusting. I'm gonna have Gabor just kind of hang back. I don't know if we can make it to the boss. We'll have to see how many more enemies keep showing up, but... at least I've managed to make a giant wall on the left flank, which was really handy. Since I don't know if we're gonna be able to go to another mission today, I do need to see who else I'm adding tomorrow. So it'd be Zaya, so Zeoposer, and then Expoto's character, Brunya, and then maybe Ray's character. And then I need to see if what Wizard submits, but I might have to open up submissions tonight for additional characters. Oh, whoa, that's a Steel Axe. Ooh, that's nasty. Brunya? I was imagining, when I read that name, I was like imagining the sound of Neko Arc in my head for some reason, like Brunya. I don't know if anyone ever watched Carnival Phantasm or if I'm just saying weird noises now. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly the sound I'm talking about. Brunya. Lear's probably gonna promote soon, I think. Yeah, the Neko Arc sound. Oh! No! Our first death, no! Oh. Clara, no! I didn't expect a steel bow archer. I thought we were out of range. Oh, that's... Okay, hold on. This parry replacement. Do we lose? Are we unable to recruit anyone anymore? I think we still can recruit everyone, right? Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, man. This music is so sad. All right, where's Clara on the list? I gotta mark her red. 'Cause she did. There we go. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting this. I didn't expect the steel bow archer to come out of the blue. Oh. I don't even think she got. Did she ever proc? What's it called? Astra? I don't know if she ever got a chance to proc Astra. Ripbox on the right. I'll have to do the Ripbox later. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Limeware. It's okay. I'm opening up submissions for new characters now, so you're free to submit new characters to help out. Oh, that is tragic. We're actually getting a lot of slots that are for promoted characters, just FYI. Keep that in mind. Oh man, that's just tragic. I'm so sorry. I did not expect that. I was like, oh. Because Clara actually has some pretty good defenses. Now, we are playing on casual, so we still get to see her stats later anyways. So... Hey, listen, death is bound to happen in Fire Emblem. I've just been trying to do my best to minimize the death. Right. We knew death could come for any of us. After stream. Jesus Christ, okay. 40% crit is probably more than enough. Oh, yep, okay. She's out for blood. I'm so sorry. I saw the archer and I saw that damage, like, oh, this is bad. Okay, well, we gotta carve through the rest of these, and there's still a lot that we need to carve through. All right, come on, Grace. Oh, Dragon's Rage procced. Oh my gosh, you got clapped by a 37% hit rate. I'm so sorry. It's okay, you can submit a new character. What are you gonna submit? There's so many choices. I'm gonna have to heal you up. Wait, give them Pavis or Great Shield. I think there's a skill that's literally makes them immune to flying effectiveness, but obviously the solution is to keep them away from the archers in the first place, which I was doing a pretty good job of for the most part, but at least up until this point, then it kind of got nasty. That's fine. Sorry, I just wanted to skip that. It was just like, we knew how the fight was going to end anyways. Okay, and then Analea can probably come up. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, this archer is actually scary. Yeah, this archer is actually kind of a problem. You're gonna consult with check bulb? Okay, I see. Fair enough. Okay, what does the one in the back have? A chain bow? That's fine. That's not nearly effective. If it was the chain bow one that had attacked, I think Clara would have survived. But because it was the steel bow, so the steel weapons actually have a huge damage variance compared to, like, you know, like a huge increase in power compared to the iron weapons. And that's why it's like kind of caught me off guard. All right, there's like one more here that I can just have Simon run over. And then I'm gonna have to run Lear back over here because he needs to get a staff to Analea, and then I don't know what's happening down here. It's just a mess. Can you shove? Get Arani a little closer so Arani can also farm some of this EXP. Yeah. Just remember, death happens in Fire Emblem. I'm a little concerned about Zoingo, like, eating up all these hits. I may need to heal Zoingo at some point, because Zoingo doesn't have soul or any, like, self-healing capacity. Could park Havel further down. Because unless one of these things has a hammer or a heavy spear, Havel just straight up doesn't care. In fact, I might actually just be able to kill that boss. Like, we're on turn 5. I don't know if we're gonna do revives yet. I think I'm kind of just gonna feel out the rest of the ROM and see if it gets like super hard, then I might be like, all right, we'll allow like one revive and we'll put it to a poll. But for now, I'm trying to avoid doing that like I did last time, because I do think it made it super easy because we did revive, you know, I think looking at the list, Alana got revived, and then Giboro got revived, Umi got revived, a bunch of other ones did too, yeah. I don't want to hack in the Om staff. I mean, I could, but that's also a lot of effort, and also I thought you can only use the Om staff on the current map. Technically, it doesn't even matter because I set the game to casual mode, so if we do revive, I just have to be like, okay, you have weapon, it's alive again, and we just track to death on the spreadsheet. That's kind of how I've been doing it. Oh, thank God that thing does no damage. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, we might need to get Emmett Yan out of here. I hope I've been saying that correctly. I have no idea if I've been saying that correctly at all. It looked like it was pronounced with a Yan sound instead of a Jan sound. Otherwise, it'd be Emmett Jan or Emmett John. And I'm like, that doesn't sound right. That don't sound right at all. Okay. Oh! Whoa! Hello! That's a lot. We may need to consolidate back into the fort. Mokunyan. Yeah. Oh, hello. Simon, if Simon fights that, I'm pretty sure he's exploding. Oh my god, that's a lot of enemies, actually. Oh, they're actually really strong, too. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this one's got a halberd. Alright, why don't we pull back, like, really badly? I think we have no choice. I don't think I can kill... I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill Yosef here. There's also a killer bow that I've been trying to get, but I wasn't able to get it. I might not be able to get the bow. I'd have to basically park a unit on this tile, which I didn't get a chance to do anymore. We may have to skip it just to survive. Yeah. These archers are like way tougher than I thought. Alright, come on, Logger. He's doing it again! Is he just bugged? Does he just crit all the time? Did I mess something up? Oh, I didn't mess anything up, like, with this character, like, setup. Maybe I did, and that's why he's able to clap everything. Alright, let's pull out a... Let's get that heal staff out and try to get Emmett Yan up to not dying levels of HP. We gotta survive for 6 more turns. That's actually kind of spooky. I look at your character sheet and I'm like, I don't understand how you crit that often, which is the craziest part. Like, you're adding weight, you have 51 crit, but you shouldn't be critting that often, I think. Okay. This side is at least carved through now, so that's good. It's a shame Marani's not gonna get the kill, though. I don't know how I'm gonna handle the giant swarm coming through the backside. That's, like, my biggest concern. I think I'm gonna try to park Umi over here. And that might be able to give us a little bit of extra breathing room. Because Umi is quite tanky. And also, Umi can never be doubled because of Wary Fighter, despite having 18 speed, which is really funny. I wish Umi's defenses were a little higher, but unfortunately it's a little messed up. That's fine. Yeah, it's okay. We'll make this work. Don't worry. I'm just gonna... I assume you weren't doing anything bad, and your character is just naturally like this, and I can't really question it. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. Zoingo's getting a lot tankier. The big problem is I think there's an archer coming in, right? Oh, there's an archer. Oh, shit. 18 minus... I think Zoingo survived. I'm trying to remember how calculations work. I think it's if it can't do any damage even through defense, it doesn't do any damage at all. I don't think it triples ahead of time. That'd be overpowered. So I'm pretty sure Zoingo's okay from that hit. If not, then I just got Zoingo killed very, very early, and that would be very, very tragic. So let's hope that I didn't get Zoingo murdered. Yeah. Alana needs Analea needs staves or boots so bad. She can't move fast enough. I need another healer. I think I have to promote Toledo as fast as possible. Unironically, I need that extra healer on the other side of the map. I'm pretty sure sages do get access to staves. Okay. Oh god. Okay, that's fine. They want to go for the... Oh, that's a steel lance. Yikes. At least Umi connected. That's a good sign. I really need to change... I need to look at the stats for Sharp Claw. I think it's just a little off. Okay. Let's see if Zoingo survives. What does Celerity do in Fire Emblem? Did I not check what that does? Oh, movement +2, got it. Let me take a look, because you did replace a major character. Because you replaced, who'd you replace? You replaced Perry. Let's see. there is a secret book next to the map that it looks like we would miss out on. I'm trying to think I need to see if it's because you're a flyer or if it's because it's specifically your character. It might be because you're technically the only flyer at this point in the story in the base game. Yeah. So technically a secret book. There's a Fimble winner tome. The chapter after that, and after that, it seems like that's the only ones we would miss out on. But since we have a flyer, we might be able to do it without you, or without Clara. And I think all the recruitables generally can be recruited with multiple people, and it does not have to be Clara specifically. You replace Perry, right? Let me double. I'm just scanning the list real quick. Lear, Eastern Visit a Village. Automatically. Okay, yeah. So it seems like it'd probably just be one stat booster and one tome. I don't even know how I'm supposed to approach this. Can I just run? Can Grimo kill this? I mean, you're not gonna kill it. The problem is, like, why do you not have any crit? I guess Dragon's Rage is your primary thing, right? As long as you survive, you're fine. It's a lot of enemies. Do I have to run Gabura to the rear and try to have Gabura assist in slaughtering? Oh my gosh, Gabura doesn't have the damage for this. Ooh. This is really nasty, actually. Yeah. If we can try to carve through this quickly, that'd be great, but there's just so many enemies, and Havel's also just been struggling. Or not Havel, Zoingo's been struggling to hold the line. We're entering dangerous territory, basically, is what I'm trying to say. We're split apart throughout the map. Our enemies are at the gates, and they're trying to, you know, kill our children and kill our friends and kill our families. We may need to consider making sacrifices at some point. I'm trying to avoid it if I can. Damn it, Jan, why is your stats so bad? Why can't I have you kill anything? Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't think I'm gonna be able to add any more chapters tonight. So if we end early, we end early. Actually, I wonder if killing the boss does end the map. Would it be more succinct to just run Logger over there and just have Logger kill the boss? I mean, that could be a strategy, right? Oh my gosh, Simon missed the 72. Oh shit. Do we have sacrifices? Oh, I don't know about any sacrifices. Oh my god. This Steel Lance Cavalier is gonna kill everyone. Oh my god, this is actually getting really bad. I had to run Gabura in because I was like, I needed to get this guy murdered ASAP. Gabura is also kind of like a wet paper noodle. Umi might die, unironically, just because Umi's defense is actually really bad, and there's a lot of steel enemies coming in. I don't have a way to heal either. I think Umi's dead. Yeah, I think Umi's dead here. We get Umi for one map, and then Umi instantly explodes. Because I'm basically forced to choose, do I keep Umi or do I keep Simon? And I'm kind of like, oh jeez Christ, I think I want to keep Simon instead. It's funny because I set the bonuses to be exactly the same as hard mode, but I might actually not do that for the future, for the next map. Okay, wait, hold on. I have this 1, 2. It's not far. It's not close enough. Wait, what does this guy have? He has a flycatcher 22 versus Zoingo's 19, so it'd be 6 damage at most. 22, 19, 6 times 3. Yeah, okay. Okay, so the problem is I can't move Zoingo, because if I move Zoingo, or Ronnie gets clapped. Yeah, I think I have to keep yeah, I have to keep why is Logger hitting all the time? I wonder if I can just run Logger in. If we kill the boss, does it end the fight? Let's see, we're gonna run Emmett-Jan over there and just see if he can do anything, but I doubt it. At least this one's baiting that one, so that's fine, but I'm pretty sure Umi dies. I can't run... Oh, shoot. Hold on. Javelin, how much damage do you do? 14, 17... 17 minus 7 is 10. Toledo dies. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, like, it's Fire Emblem. Like, a bajillion different things can go wrong, and you just have to kind of deal with each situation as it pops up. It's not meant to be easy. I want it to be a little difficult. If we have to make sacrifices, then I'm willing to accept it, right? If no one died, it'd be boring. Having death on the line makes it a little more exciting, right? That's kind of how I feel about all this. Like, yes, we lost someone, and we're probably gonna lose Umi, depending on what the AI decides to smack. Thank God Anlea actually apparently doesn't die to this. Yeah. Overtune, undertune, it's just kind of death happens. Alright. Thankfully Grimel is incredibly dodgy, even if Grimel has like no damage right now, which is kind of the biggest issue. Cut, yeah. Wow, very sugoi. Okay. Oh, you think Umi can get a kill on our way out? Probably not. Well, actually, that's right. Umi can't get doubled, and they can't double Umi. Ooh. All right, there goes Umi. We salute you, Umi. You fought valiantly. Oh my gosh. Salute. All right. Is this blood? Am I dying? The greatest thieves never die. You're fine. Yeah. That's why dodging's important. So true. Thankfully, Arani's got some decent damage hanging around. There we go. At least there's the ether. I think part of the thing is we really focus our defenses on the southern flank, but we didn't really add much to the northern front because I didn't think it was going to get more. That's a tragedy, though, for sure. I'm surprised the archer didn't go for Zoingo, so I guess Zoingo just doesn't care. Zoingo's just... it's fine. Oh, no! Oh, no! That's 3 deaths in one map! Oh my god! Oh, because Umi was blocking! Oh, that's right! Oh my god. Alright. Who's dead so far? Toledo's dead. Who's John Doe's character? Yeah, I didn't move her far enough. That's the problem. And then Umi's dead too. Oh my god, it's like 3 deaths. I'm gonna do a poll on Discord that'll do you can vote over it overnight. Do we allow a revive after this chapter? Oh my god, that's so rough. Oh my god. That's so... Here's my rule though. If a character gets revived and they die again, they're not allowed to come back. They're gone. Everyone gets 1. What is the flycatcher? Oh, it's literally a range 2 weapon? What a weirdly specific item. Okay. Oh my god, I promise I don't know how we're supposed to handle this. Okay, here's my thinking. Hark you over here. We gotta kill, or we can surround him. If he can't move, that's fine. And then I'm gonna move you here and just have you use a Volinary. Ah, that was not a Volinary. We're just gonna reload. We're gonna reload this turn. I meant to use a voluntary. Just gonna restart that real fast. Okay. So we're gonna redo this turn again. Wait. How far did I wait? How far did it return me? Wait, what? Why am I back there? Did the suspend not autosave? I don't think it autosaved. Okay, I guess Umi and Toledo get a second chance at life because I messed up. I didn't reload a save. I didn't reload a save state. I haven't save stated this map. All right, well, we used Tokyo Tomato and we used the world and rewound time. Okay. We're gonna park everyone's butt in here. Everyone get inside here now. If we can still hold the line. I'm pretty sure Simon is durable enough to hold all of this. So I'm gonna have Simon tank this. Yeah, I think that's all we can do. The main issue now I have is that these Cavaliers are gonna come by and start slapping these guys. We're gonna start skipping a bit of the combat because it's taking a little too long to watch the animations. Okay, carve this goober in half, or at least try your best. Come on, Havel, I believe in you. Yeah, we're just gonna, what's the saying? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. We're just gonna accept what happened and not question it. Okay. We're gonna have you rally here so everyone gets a little bit of defense. I'm gonna see if I can bait them into attacking Gabura by parking Gabura on a pillar. And then down here, I'm pretty sure Lear can just start slapping things without too much issue. But yeah, I don't know what happened. I think normally like auto saves at the end of every turn, but for whatever reason it like went back one more turn. I don't know why. It's very strange. I don't like it when people mess with like the suspend mechanics, because the suspend mechanic was, I think, was what normally, you know, your last action is saved and you can't go back without restarting the chapter, but I don't know why it didn't. Whatever, I'm not going to question it. I'll accept it. We'll just pretend it's a good old Tokyo Tomato, whatever. Wow, Logger missed. Holy, he actually missed an attack. What is this timeline? Whoa, he missed. All right. Fortunately, Emedyan still has like the damage dealing potential of a wet noodle, so I'm gonna pull him over to the side because I'm pretty sure he's gonna be needed over there. All right, let's see if this new arrangement works or someone else dies. Yeah. Also dodge 97. Listen, RNG in this game is a little wacky. I'm not gonna question it. It's all over the place. I don't wanna find out. We just roll with it. At the very least, I know that, for example, Grace is kind of immune to dying, which is fun, and we can just kind of rip and tear through the rest of this. I really should do that unit review of the last PME, shouldn't I? Maybe perhaps one day. I might need to review all my old footage and just kind of see what my thoughts on the characters were back then, because I don't remember. There's the 43 hit, 37 crit. The literal random whack RNG where Logger just decides I'm gonna kill everything. Oh my gosh, that does a lot of damage. I just hope Gabura can dodge all of this. Oh, I think it's been more than a year. I'm pretty sure it's been like 2 years since that happened. Okay, that's fine. And I think it's been like 2 years, so it's been a very, very long time. I'm not gonna question it at this point. I'm just gonna accept it. There's a Ronnie at least not dying. I know there's a lot of things I'm supposed to be doing, like the Christmas album and all that. Thank goodness that's fine. Okay, I think we're okay. I think we've kind of stabilized now after that I guess turn redo that I went back way too many turns. God, that flycatcher's actually really annoying. I want a fly catch. I need a fly catch. That's a really nasty weapon to have. I also need to get Simon a javelin. I think if I had those, this would be a lot easier. See, the problem is because the fly catch is a ranged weapon, I actually cannot risk running Toledo in there or else she dies. Right? Like if I were to attack here, she explodes into a million tiny pieces, so I can't risk it. Let's see. The problem is that they're so close now that I actually have to move some of my units back there to deal with the front, or to deal with the rear. And so I have no choice but to solve that problem soon. Oh my gosh, my nose. I think my nose is getting stuffy, I don't know why. Maybe it's just too hot. Okay. If Simon can get a kill, that'd be nice, but I doubt Simon's gonna be able to kill this thing. He'd have to crit. Okay. Thanks. Why am I calling her Toledo? Wait, which one? Who am I calling Toledo? Let's have Grace kill this one random fighter that's been hanging out in the backside for a while. Let's see. Toledo. Oh, I think I just been Toledo. I think I've been saying it wrong. It's Tail 2, but I've been like every time I read it, I'm just like I keep reading it as like I've been mixing up the I and the L. It's Tail 2, not Toledo. I don't know. I've been saying it wrong. English is a hard language. Okay, that's my only excuse. Okay. I'm pretty sure we just wiped these out now. Let's just move you up here, and then I'll just have Havel walk. Oh my gosh. Missed the 80, probably gonna get hit by the 57. Yep. RNG is all over the place. I'm pretty sure it's not using a 2N. I'm pretty sure this ROM is using a 1N system. If you don't know, Fire Emblem by default, like the GBA games run on a 2N system, so whenever you roll to hit, you actually roll 2 D100s and you take the higher of the 2 results, I believe. Yeah, because you have to hit in order to hit, you have to roll, or is it roll or you take the lowest? I think it's roll 2 and take lowest. I can't remember. Whatever it is, you roll 2 dice basically. Do I try to have Logger kill the boss? I think there's a very real chance Logger could kill the boss. Let's see. I don't think it's worth risking it though. That's really risky. He's got what, 16 defense. So even with a halberd putting him at 27 minus 69, 9 times 3 would be 27. So it'd be 27 damage per hit. Yeah, it's not worth it. I'm not gonna bother trying. Oh, is it an average system? Okay, yeah, I could not remember. Okay. I am going to run Gabora out of here now. I'm gonna run Tail 2 back here, and we can finally heal the poor girl. Is it really 2D254? I thought it was 2D100. Oh man, my Fire Emblem knowledge must be completely out of date then. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna bother killing that thing. I want to see if I can collect the killer bow though, so I'm gonna see if I can get Emmett Yan to just run over there. All right, we've mostly cleared out the map now, thank God, and it's just Simon tanking everything that walks under the sun. Now, if he could get a crit, that'd be great, but alas, he's not that speedy. He's probably gonna get another level up though. I see your laptop explodes. Are you still trying to play Gregorius Tech? Dyson Sphere. Dyson Sphere Program's a good game though. I love Dyson Sphere Program. I haven't played it in a while and I don't plan on streaming it, but it is a very enjoyable title. Especially if you like factory games. I'm a factory gamer. Real factory hours here. Okay, let's see. Can you kill this? Close enough. You know what? Maybe you should buy better gear instead of relying on premium Filipino PC bang gear. Alright, this is fine. How are you doing, Rachel? Would you like to submit a character to the Fire Emblem run if you've ever played Fire Emblem? It's a ThinkPad. Is it an old ThinkPad? Is it one of those cool ThinkPads that have like the little keyboard nipple? I don't have money to send any of you anything. You're basically surviving off of my table scraps. Yeah, the nub. No, I like to call it it's the laptop nipple. All right. You have to really rub it in to get your laptop booted up to maximum efficiency. Oh my gosh, that level is insane. I think the only problem is Simon's just luck is... Yeah, luck growth is terrible. I can't believe I'm being canceled. I'm not worth canceling. Don't cancel me. I'm a good streamer. I promise. I'm a well-behaved streamer. I swear. Okay, we're gonna just run these guys over here, and we're gonna see if we can kind of rip through this. I should be able to get Simon up to that point if we can kill everything in between. Yeah, you see with Vexif's the nipple that is definitely sore. Yeah, that's true too. It's a very sore red nipple. Okay, there's another crit. There has to be something wrong with the crit, like the RNG. Why are we critting so much? Did I break something? Or I guess maybe it's just 30% are just flowing in our favor. I don't know. But I'm like, that's a lot of crits. Oh, yeah, that's about what I expect. I don't think Irani's gonna die. Okay. Let's put an end to this fight. Okay. All right, we gotta run Logger up here, and then I have to give... Okay, hold on, what do they have? Before I do anything... Okay, that's fine. We're gonna run Logger up here. Thank you for that clip. I'll definitely look at it later. Wait, is there Twitch auto captions now? Or on... I didn't know that, actually. I need to look into that. Let's see if we can kill these. These things are driving me nuts. This one has to die first. Okay. Oh shoot, I just realized that thing has a javelin. Oh. At least ether is fine. We might Arani might proc ether again. Unlucky. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna give the enemy as much of a stat boost for the next fight. I think this one is a little strong. I gave all the enemies a +2, and it's actually quite difficult, so I might not do it as much. We might do a +1. Yeah, I think we'll do a +1 on the next map and kind of see how I'm feeling. Losing one's rough, and we only survived because we had like the timey-wimey accidental break the timelines shenanigan. Unfortunate. Okay, I need to kill this this goober here. I don't know if we can on this turn. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, I forgot we can do this. Yes, because you heal. I forgot to skip it. Then you can park over here, kill this thing. Nope, you miss. Okay, then Analea gets a chance to attack as well. We'll use Heart Seal because I forgot your weapon does have an increased crit rate. No crit. I still gotta do... Yeah, so tomorrow we'll try to get... Oh, man, that means I gotta prepare Ray's character and figure out what we're gonna do for her. I might make her a modified Lord character. Maybe we'll make her like an Erica Lord or something. I want Simon to be able to run over... That's fine, we'll just kill this now. Screw it. Okay, we're not killing it anytime soon, I guess. Just park here. Alright, that's annoying, but I'm sure everyone survives for another turn, and we'll just start pulling back here. Okay. Alright. Let's see what happens. No, she just kind of told me that I can do whatever I want, so basically it's me making a character for Ray, because she doesn't really play that much Fire Emblem. But I am obligated to put Ray in by virtue of the fact that, oh, I don't know that she's the wife. So, I had to put her in. I think in the last run we made her a Shaman Lord. Right? I think that's what I did. Let's see, what did I actually give Ray? The Bunny Overlord. Yeah, we made her a shaman lord, and I think she had a custom tome that had like summons rabbits from below the earth or something like that. Give her a gun? I could download gun animations for Ray, but that'd be a little insane. I'd have to make like an archer, and we actually have a like I think we already have too many archers. We're getting another archer. An FE streamer with a wife, that's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, hello Stereo Monolith. Yeah, I have to make sure Ray's appeased or I'm not allowed to stream anymore. I wish I was joking. I swear to God, if this hostage dies because he attacked, that would be so funny. Okay. Oh, we actually do get the killer bow. Okay. How are you doing, Stereo Monolith? Welcome aboard to the worst PME because I turned someone else's ROM hack into a PME game. There we go. Oh, that's really funny. So did you know if you hold B, you actually just pause the animation in combat? I did not know that, but that's what's been happening. Hey there, welcome. You've just come in time. We've got a special promotion. We got a promotion for our secret shop campaign. What's a secret shop? A secret shop is what the name says, a secret shop. If you find us, we offer wonderful items for sale, so come on by if you can. Here's one of the amazing items you can buy at a secret shop. Good luck. Yay, we got a killer bow. Okay, let's go kill the rest of these goobers. We'll let Lear get a kill. Poor guy has not had a chance to really flex his muscles this past mission. Okay, and then Logger should be able to just clap this. The Halberd Logger has been probably the MVP of this map. Like, unironically, it's probably like the strongest thing that what made this map a lot more bearable. Yeah, it's fine. And then Gibora can get that nice kill. I don't think Gibura's really gonna get that much more EXP. We might need to promote Gibora soon, but I don't know. Oh, hey, we got another red gem. Let's go kill this one. Fine, good enough. Even better, yes. God, I love that animation is so nice. The Sage one too, where they do like the 3 orbs of magic, is so, it has so much, what do the kids say, aura to it? It's very auraful. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. Alright, we're gonna pass. I think the map's over. Alright, we did it. We win. I'm not gonna kill the boss. It's not worth it. It's too much effort. He's gonna run. They still stand. Even after the assault of my army I sent them. The strength of these mercenaries is nothing to scoff at. Perhaps I should have thought differently of them. No matter. They won't last long against my lance. What is that? Yosef. Soderall, you've made an attempt to save your comrades. I applaud you for your efforts, but you stand no chance against me. Is that so? Okay, my throat's actually hurting. I can't do that voice anymore. Because the mod author decided to dump in a bunch of interesting music. We've been listening to Kingdom Hearts and other video game soundtracks because that's what people normally do in these games. Anyways, yeah, these two are gonna fight now. We duel to death. Victor possesses superior strength. Are we gonna see like a predetermined challenge? Let's see. I want to see if they fight. Oh, here we go. We get to see the trial by combat. He challenged Joseph to a duel. Saban, can you explain what's going on? Hitterall challenged Joseph to a duel to the death. Look at their positioning as well as assaulting armies. They're preparing for the perfect moment to strike. Honoring decision. Okay, so who's gonna win? Let's see. What does the plot dictate? Will Yosef win, the bad guy, or will our guy whose name I'm forgetting already win? Back in the day, we used to practice dueling during training. Hitterall is the guy that we're cheering on. Percival foe, he lost miserably. He should have lost his life, but was spared at the cost of his feet. Since I haven't seen that man attempt to duel until now. Do you not trust Hitterall? I do. You know, at this point, I'm not sure what to think. Well, regardless, I'm not sure. It looks like it's about to begin. Ah, yes, now they strike. Shame. I expected more from the one that challenges me. I mean, Hitterall's got an okay chance. Oh. The scripted crit. All right. Nani? Did you lure me to my defeat? Yeah, that's right. Get clowned on, nerd. All right. You underestimated me. This duel is now over. Nani, finish me off, you coward. Oh god, my throat hurts. I can't do that voice anymore. Kill me, why won't you? Your wounds are too deep to recover from. That's the wrong succumb. So you plan on letting me succumb to my wounds. You coward, only being the reflection in the mirror. When you attacked, many of the fallen comrades were not granted swift death. You left many to die to their wounds, and every second they screamed until death granted them release. Once you realized my strength, you left the rest of my comrades alive to avoid your own death. Now you'll be treated the same way I saw them fall. I cannot accept this. Come, help me, soldiers. They'll do no such thing unless they plan to challenge the man who slayed their leader. That's kind of a cute story. I actually like that. It's a little cheesy at times, but I do think, I think there's a little too much exclamation mark use, and the grammar's a little bit over the place, but I think overall, the story beat is interesting. Alright, I don't care about the rest of it. Give me my money. Give me my free cash. Alright, by the way, he's not recruitable, FYI. Alright, okay, we're just gonna skip all the rest of this. Oh, we got the fire emblem. Whoa, what does this do? Wait, that's insane. I'm sorry, what? +2 to all stats, and you have +1 move as long as this is in your inventory. Seems really good. Alright, and then here's more plot with, what's this powder? Warp powder, okay. Okay, so apparently we're getting magic cocaine as well. Alright, so we're not gonna do the next mission today because one, I don't have time to do it and also prepare it. Tomorrow I have to insert Zeoposer and Expoto, who I'm pretty sure I've been waiting very eagerly for their characters to finally appear in the dang thing, adventure. And then probably Ray and whoever else makes characters. I'll probably make the announcement of like, okay, you can submit your characters soon. We're not gonna do this, but I do want to see. So I didn't save yet, but I kind of want to see where we're at now. So technically, Clara's dead, so she's gonzo, which is really tragic. Because sure, her speed was insane, but again, her defense was kind of like rough. The crazy thing is, that's a Pegasus Knight with a really good strength score. She had really good bases. I'm not going to bed yet. 1 second. I do want to see what Lear promotes to. We're not saving this, but I want to see. I'm just genuinely curious what happens if he promotes. Okay, so it's fixed. It's a fixed promotion. So we don't have branching paths in this ROM hack. Turns into a hero. That sounds about right. Yeah. Oh, this is a way better promotion music. Da, 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 da. Okay, so he just evolves into a hero. It's a lot of +2s, very balanced stats. Okay. He's very much just Ike, yeah. He's very much the Ike character. What are we looking at for this map, by the way? Oh my gosh, we're in Sake again. Oh lordy, it's Sake but worse. That's a joke that only very specific people are gonna understand. Oh god, there's Nosferatu tomes now? Oh, this is nasty. What the fuck are you? Oh, these are the recruitables. So we can recruit. So Curium is going to be replaced by Zeoposer, and Cirque is going to be replaced by Brun. Can I just? I'm gonna swap them on the sheet because Cirque is already an archer, and I'm about to replace Cirque with a shaman, and Curium is already a shaman, and I'm about to replace a shaman with an archer. They're literally the exact two classes on the sheet. I'm just gonna swap their position so I don't have to change much about them. Probably the most normal balanced characters in the run. Holy cow, that is the fastest shaman I've ever seen. What in the world? This is the fastest. Look at this guy. He's got 15 speed. What about the other goober? Oh my god. Oh, you do want Cirque's base stats? Okay, fine. I'll give you Cirque's base stats. I'll have to flip the strength to magic though, because his strength is like. Oh my god, he's got life and death. Oh wait, you didn't take life and death. Ultimately, the skills don't matter. I mostly care about your stats. Okay. Got it. That's really funny. Who's the actual boss of this fight? I actually don't see the boss anywhere. Maybe the boss spawns later. Anyways, we'll worry about that on the morrow. Hopefully you had fun watching the Fire Emblem ROM hack adventure. I really hope that people enjoy this series, because again, I like Fire Emblem. I love Fire Emblem. I played Fire Emblem since I was a little kid. So being able to at least share some of that fun and wacky enjoyment through ROM hacking is something that I find very, very fun. If you are curious about adding a character to the ROM hack, again, you can kind of just go on Discord. There's a channel there and everything. And all that jazz. There's a lot of open slots, especially for the pre-promotes, because no one really wants to make a pre-promote most of the time. But we need pre-promotes to be filled out. I'm gonna allow people to start submitting secondary characters today, so if your character's dead or you just have another character you really want to throw into the ring, feel free to submit it. But if you've already had a character, please take one of the pre-promote slots and don't take the unpromoted slots. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna see you to raid. What the fuck am I raiding today? What did I raid yesterday? I raided interest yesterday. What am I raiding today? I don't know. We'll raid Dubers. Sure. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll raid Dubers, who's playing some that sickle Fallout 76, which is definitely a game that exists that I don't really play, but hopefully some of you maybe do and have fun with that. I think maybe haps, I don't know. Anyways, thank you for joining. Back tomorrow with more Fire Emblem, and probably we'll get through. Let me double check real quick, but I'm thinking we should be able to get through about 2 chapters based on the recruitment order. So we'd have to do this 8, so we'll do 8. And then there's no recruits in 9, and then 10 has 3 more recruits. At the very least, I'm gonna need 2 more characters added to fill in for Lamont and Rune, and then Ray takes Noel's slot. Okay. All right. Anyways, good night, everyone. Thank you for joining. Say hi to Dubers. I hope you had a wonderful time joining us in Fire Emblem.